Welcome everyone to the JK Podcast, the only podcast that has Chopper cooking and Sanji doctoring.
JK, because every podcast has that.
They have
right.
They have the straw hats in the wrong roles and on the podcast at the same time.
Yes. I plead the fifth. All right.
I'm Ken O'Connor.
I'm Josh Brandman.
And we are currently recording on January 17th, 2018 at 8:30 p.m. This is the JK Podcast, episode 53, the first of the new year.
Correct.
Woo!
See, we planned it like that, where you have 2018, and if you minus 53, and then you add a 1, and then you subtract a 5, and then you multiply by 2, it's Illuminati. There we go.
I was really hoping for a more satisfying conclusion. Like, where is he going with this?
No. Though, to be fair, that was a more sound conclusion or end result than in our platinum race when you were like, oh, there's a calculator, and then I see what you write on your calculator. I'm like, okay. Anyway.
At least I know you're watching.
Yeah, I was watching during lunch. No, I'm kidding.
Anyway. My God. We're not starting this like that.
Anyway, yeah. Hi.
Hi.
What's up?
Not much. How are you?
I think are we doing a podcast right now?
Yeah, I think we are. Oh. Yes, we are currently live on Twitch at twitch.tv/KindKing01 for the JK Podcast. Again, like we said, it's the first podcast of 2018. Our last episode was our Game of the Year special. We did just the Game of the Year for the entire show. It was pretty good. I think we reached like a good conclusion with that, you and me.
Yeah, we did. Now we're already planning our Game of the Year for 2018.
Are we?
We are.
Wait, what's your choice?
Nintendo Labo.
Is it Labo or Lab Zero?
No, they literally pronounce it Labo.
Did they say Labo in the trailer?
Yeah.
Huh.
I thought so. There's also like it's connected. Like it's not like it's two different words.
No, I heard someone, I was watching a reaction video like, oh, it's Lab Zero. I'm like, I don't think that's what it is, but I could be wrong too. So
the problem is some people have to stay in school more. Yeah, it's Labo. Like a Lambo, but poorer.
It's not. Yeah. It's not like Labo.
No, it is 2018, but no. Also, it'd be spelled differently. Anyway, yes.
Yes, it will be.
Enough messing around. Okay, yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for showing up. We got some people. We're live on the YouTube and Twitch, as you mentioned, and keep continuing. Tell your friends. View Ken on YouTube, apparently, and
well, yeah, I should. Okay, let me get that out of the way before we continue on. As many of you saw my video last night, the hashtag Save Kind King, YouTube has changed their requirements to become part of the partnership program on YouTube. And unlike a grandfather policy, where if you're already part of the policy that you would continue being in it, they're kicking people out of it if they don't meet certain requirements. They want at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of view time in the last year of the channel by February 20th. So I already passed the 1,000. That's not a problem at all. But when it comes
to... Did you say 40 or you mean 4,000?
It's 4,000 hours. But for some reason, YouTube only shows the watch time in minutes. So it's like, why would it's confusing. But I need basically 1,100 more hours of watch time on the channel by February 20th, or I lose monetization for the entire channel.
Is that realistic?
Possibly. Like, to me, it seems like a stretch, but everyone's like, oh, no, we can totally do that. But, like, to me, it seems like it's going to be, like, it's going to be close, I think.
Like, let's say you make an incredible hit video, but it's 5 minutes long, and 1,000 people watch it. Okay. Only 5,000 minutes.
Yes.
Which is something hours.
Well, make it easier. Let's say if we record an hour podcast and 1,000 people listen to it, that's it.
Actually, wait. That's 833 something. Yo, just make like one popular 5-minute video.
I know. Believe me, it's obtainable, but like it's gonna be tricky to get there. But
you just gotta do it.
Yeah, but I have a bunch of little ideas.
Well, I mean, all I'll say is, hey, if you need a push, here's your push. So
yeah,
pedal to the metal now.
Here's the thing: the live streams are great because like a live stream counts as like viewing. If someone's in a live stream for an hour, that's an hour of view time right there. Just need 999 more of those.
Well, you know what they say. Whenever you need more Krabby Patties, you better get on that. So, got to rev up those fryers, man. So I have faith. You just got to do you.
Yeah, and thank you to
And
everyone
that's
who's been commenting on that video. We got a lot of comments on that video in general. People using the Save Kind King hashtag everywhere. Black Gamer said, F YouTube, go change the internet, which I liked a lot. OBS Demon said he's going to go back and watch all my streams in the background. Everyone is very supportive, and they want to see this continue, so thank you for everyone for outreaching and using the hashtag and watching that video, and doing anything you can. It's all going to help, and I hopefully can provide enough to actually make it worth your while.
Yeah, last thing I want is to watch some terrible content. Can't find terrible content on this channel, I assure you. At least anything that I'm in, it's not terrible content.
I was about to say, we can find terrible content. It doesn't take too hard to find some stuff.
Oh, that is true.
Go watch my Mega Man X live stream from like 2 weeks ago. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I have no part in that. Do not associate me with that.
I thought my Mega Man skills would transfer to Mega Man X. No, they're completely different games. Because I'm really good at classic Mega Man, but Mega Man X, like, apparently I'm garbage at. I couldn't even beat a single level after like an hour of play.
Sounds just as bad as that Cuphead tutorial with the one guy that was like some famous journalist guy couldn't beat the tutorial.
I still understand how he couldn't do that, honestly. Like, it's...
Some people are not meant to do certain things, Ken.
Yeah,
and it's about knowing what you can and cannot do.
But you're a gaming journalist.
Clearly, that doesn't mean anything.
Clearly.
You'd think it would mean something, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, save this kid. And,
so dismissive about it.
Hashtag save that kid.
Save that kid. Not even
Yeah,
that kid. That kid.
Save that kid. And Ken, I guess one thing before we get started, because I've seen this question a lot of times.
Oh, don't you dare.
Would you watch the show called Killing Bites?
It's an action animated show. I have no idea. I have no idea what that is. I do like animated shows, but
you should consult Google at some point.
Do you know this?
Anyway, no, literally no idea.
Oh, you have no idea. But, okay, I was like, what are you leading to with this?
But here's the thing. I mean, we always like do technically say, right, where like we could talk about stuff, just give us suggestions. So hey, what the heck? I'll Google it later and
you know what? No, let's put our money where our mouth is. I'm Googling it right now. Killing Bites. Oh, it's an anime.
I feel like I need to put show after that.
No, well, if it's an anime, it can't right away. There's a woman who is completely naked except she has an animal on her chest. A girl with white hair who is a honey badger hybrid. Mediocre college student Yoyo Namoto encounters a mysterious girl named Hitomi, and after his acquaintances ask him to drive them around to pick up girls one day, which he soon finds out by means of force, Hitomi slaughters all of them except Yuya, who is shocked to see her transform into a beast and battle a lion monster at an abandoned waste facility. This anime just came out a couple days ago.
I'm intrigued.
I am very intrigued.
For the wrong reasons, I'm intrigued.
The first episode came out January 13th, 2018. So literally a few days ago it came out.
Okay, well, I'll check it out. What the heck? It's on Crunchyroll.
Episode 2 is called Shit, I Might Fall For You.
And that was not lost in translation.
No, it was not. And the picture is just a girl with, like, she's completely naked, but she has a honey badger, like, on her.
Is there a different name for that?
Honey badger?
No. The anime.
No, just Killing Bites. I'm on Wikipedia just looking at it.
Man, so it's not on Crunchyroll, but they did a write-up of it on Crunchyroll.
That makes sense. They usually review new anime. We can find it. It's not hard to find it.
That makes it less desirable. All right, I'll check it out at some point.
She's a honey badger hybrid, Josh. It's in the title.
Yeah, some point.
Save that kid.
Honey badgers, man, they're wild.
Yo, they are fierce. Don't mess with a honey badger.
It's true.
All right, let's jump into the meat of the show. Josh, what have you been playing?
I'm so glad you asked, Ken. All right, so of course, League Hearthstone, I won't bore you. But aside from that, you'd be impressed here.
Uh-huh.
So I did play, I told you, I believe, Legend of Zelda. I did beat the third Divine Beast now.
Nice.
And I made my way to the fourth area. And I'm trying to figure out how to get in there because I burn up in the sky as I'm trying to travel or on the land.
Okay.
So I'm working that out. I think I need to actually use game features like elixirs and whatnot.
Okay.
Very unfun. I like to just run. But
You can do that. There's a way to do that. I'm not gonna tell you how though.
well, so anyway, so that's one of those side projects. Also, for some reason, I fell into this whole like we were talking about top games and other people were talking about top games and like everyone kept saying Steam World Dig 2, greatest game on the Switch. It's just a great game in general and everyone loved the first one and the whole Steam World series and all the whatever. So I was like I don't know, fine. It was on sale for like 15, even though it was on sale at the same time for 12 on Steam. But then I was like, oh, screw it, I'll still get it on the Switch. I don't know. And then I bought it. Really liked it. The problem is that I beat the game in like 6 hours.
Ooh.
And for me, that doesn't make me feel satisfied. First of all, as Cousin Thomas is here, hello, in the chat. I have a reputation, a very bad one, that I don't finish these types of games or like any single player game, which aside from like Pokemon and like the one Zelda game and a handful of other games, but like it's probably true that I usually don't finish half these things just because I pick up something else or I'm in the middle of something else, whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I beat the game and I'm like, oh, I'm done. And then I just like, all right, that's it. So for $15, I don't think it's worth 6 hours
Now,
worth of gameplay.
when you say you beat it, did you like 100% it, or did you like get credits?
No, I mean you go 100%. You can go
because I've heard that
crazy.
game is extensive with like collecting everything.
I mean it is and it isn't. I mean you could. There's a gigantic map, so technically you could try and tunnel different places. But the thing is, it's weird. The map looks gigantic, but the tunnels you build have certain like that you dig down into. There are certain walls that you just can't get past. So like realistically the map is not as big as they show you.
Are you sure you can't get past them? Like it's not
It's,
like
well you can at certain points, but I'm saying like if you have the game or whatever, like if you look at the map, it's definitely not all explorable to my knowledge. It can't be based on the content of the game and I already beat it and like whatever. But I mean there's still content. You can still go through and try 100%, but like there's no reward for that. Like I don't see a sense in doing it. So
well, that's where you and me differ with games. Where like to me that seems like there's more to that, and there's more to search for.
no, I mean unless it was some sort of grabbing element to it, or you can utilize something, or like in a I don't know. It literally just excuse me, like collectibles, like little collectible things that you have in your like encyclopedia that you collect.
Okay.
So I have like 15 or so out of like 40. But I beat the main story. I upgraded most of the things in the shop, your weapons and stuff, and then you add extra attachments. So like there's a point where it doesn't matter. And I don't know. It's a cool game. I don't know why people are hyping up that much. I think it's a good game, but
I've heard lots of good things. Just the art style to me, I can't get over the art style for some reason.
oh, I mean, I like it at least for this game. Maybe it made sense on the Switch. I don't know, but I would think if the game's on sale for like $5 or $10, go for it. I wouldn't pay more than that.
Okay.
But just my opinion.
Yeah, I'll check that out. I have a lot more games before I even go to that part
Sure,
of
sure.
stuff.
Yeah, don't go there. You never come back. Also, this past weekend, I played more Overcooked on the Switch, which ended up being me buying it for my Switch, just based on the logistics. So now I own it.
Nice.
And even though I do own it on Steam too, but still fantastic game. We had a lot of fun. So from my file, we started over from scratch. We played all the way into the third world or whatever. 100%ing every single level. We'd sit there and like work on it, optimize it. We were all yelling, having a great time. I like lost my voice partially. It was great. So that was a lot of fun. Still recommend that game. It's a great game for 4 people. Sit down and play. I wouldn't be like, oh, with any group of friends, just sit down, play it. Because, there's certain people where, like, they wouldn't care or they wouldn't get it or they wouldn't appreciate, like, trying to 100% it, trying to optimize and really thinking about it. They'd be just like, whatever, and just start doing whatever. And then it's like, it's fun for them maybe, but then it's not fun for you. I don't know. But, like, at least with my friends I was playing with, like, we were all on the same page. We had a great time. So
that's good.
A lot of fun.
The way you describe it makes it sound like when you introduce someone to a board game. Because, like, not a lot of people play board games anymore, but, like, when you find someone who likes a board game, and they get into it, and it's more fun with more people.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, as long as you have the right attitude towards it, it makes it fun for everyone. But that's just really, like, the person themselves.
Yeah.
Like, so as long as you're a person that's willing to get into it and try it, and wanting to do well at it, that's great. I just know some people where it's like, they don't care. They just want to mess around, screw around, and be like, haha. And, like, that doesn't work for this game.
Gotcha.
But I really like it. The only other thing is that I caved into peer pressure, and it was on sale for 25% off or something yesterday.
Okay.
So I did it. I bought the famous PUBG.
Woo!
Like, I'm a G when I go into the pub. No, or a public G.
Okay.
No, it's PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. Technically, it's like the official release now since it's version 1.0 or 1.01.
Yeah, it came out right for Christmas, the official release.
So I got it for Steam.
Okay.
Played it yesterday. Probably gonna play it more tonight. It is pretty fun. I see it. It's like playing Call of Duty. It reminds me of that because I haven't played Call of Duty in like years now. But like, it's just fun. I don't know. It's like survival, but you can play with your friends. So we were playing. It was 4 of us in a squad thing, and we were all talking on Discord and being like, giving each other things and literally saying like military commands and stuff just for even fun. It was like, I'm watching your 6 and all this stuff. It was just really fun. But then at the same time, we're like, wait, pick up that shotgun. And then we were pooling items together. We all got in cars together and we're driving off and pinging points on the map. Like, it is really fun. I do recommend it for people.
I played it a little bit of the Xbox version. I actually got it from Matt for Christmas, and so we were playing the Xbox version, and it was good. But then we played for a little bit, and then he also plays Fortnite Battle Royale.
Basically, they ripped it off of that.
They did, but
like PUBG had that, except they ripped it off H1Z1 King of the Hill, but PUBG made it better. Then Fortnite had their own building kind of game, sandbox game, and then they were zombie. Tower defense game.
Fortnite is the game, and then they made Fortnite Battle Royale.
No, I know. So off of that, they're like, what makes this better? What can we do to help our brand? And they're like, let's take PUBG and put it in our world. So it's like a cycle of everyone trying to reuse and try and make better thing.
Oh yeah, no, because now we have Paladins Battle Royale. No, that's a real thing. They announced.
No,
that.
I heard about that.
Yeah. But I played the Fortnite one. The Fortnite one's actually a lot more fun, in my opinion.
Well, see, I've never played the Fortnite one, but all the friends I've played with, like on PUBG and stuff, they've played both. They used to play Fortnite all together or whatever. Mm-hmm. And at least their opinion, they say this is more fun and more intense than Fortnite. But
it might be a little more.
Fair, I can't speak to it necessarily.
Yeah, it might be a little more intense, but like Fortnite was just more fun because they went like Fortnite goes goofy with it. Like you can like have these weird costumes, and for Christmas, like there was like Christmas trees and lights everywhere. You can get like a Nutcracker costume. And the building aspect is a huge part of it. You're gathering materials the entire time. So even when you find like, you don't find like a weapon, but you'll find like just metal, you can build like a metal wall later on to help you out. And it's I don't know, it's a lot more engaging.
That's more of Fortnite. Fortnite is more about that like tower defense zombie mode kind of ish style stuff. So that's why it's more material based and building your base and stuff. And to me, like that doesn't really interest me. I'm more in terms of like the competitive, just like 1v1 me, bro, kind of deal. Like,
but that's part of it. Like you don't.
no, you
like,
can still do it. I know.
Like
but...
in Battle Royale, you don't make a fort like with the intention of staying there the entire time. You throw up a wall almost like a shield for a split second, and then it gets taken down.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't fully know, but I played the PUBG last night. I thought it was a lot of fun, so
yeah,
I did get that too.
I'm getting a little bit like not tired of the whole like Battle Royale kind of style games, like the 100 people enter kind of thing, but like I could see it burning out very, very quickly if they're not careful.
Well, I mean, for me, I don't really play any of those types of games, so this is my first time really playing it.
But you enjoyed it. Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's like I'm not one of those people where this is all the type of game that I play, and it's like, oh my god, another one. But I'll play it, and like this is my first time really playing it, so I'm just like, this is pretty fun. I see it. I get why people like it. So
cool.
It's cool. Yeah, that's it for me, man. Long list of stuff.
Cool. Very short list for me, I think. I'm sure I've played more. I'm just not remembering, but like, I only have one game on the list right now. So The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus has been out now for over a year. They're about to add the final DLC pack. Like Afterbirth Plus was the final DLC, but they've been doing like every couple months they're doing like booster packs of new items created by people on Steam and then being put in the game as actual items, not just mods. But Afterbirth Plus was created to be modded, like you add as many mods as you want. Like that's the entire purpose of Afterbirth Plus. So right before Afterbirth Plus came out, a mod for the original Isaac Rebirth came out called Anti-Birth, and it was an extensive mod, added tons of new weapons and enemies, and like it's considered like the king of Isaac mods. It's that impressive, and nothing in Afterbirth Plus has been that caliber until now. So the creator of the game tweeted out this mod called Revelations, and it adds a brand new floor to the game, a brand new chapter. So it's not a full-fledged, like, full DLC mod, but they're treating it like that. So they added a completely new floor. It's all ice-themed with new ice monsters. They made a bunch of original bosses, a bunch of modded bosses, a bunch of new items. And so I was playing it the night it came out. And all of a sudden, the Twitch chat, there's like 15 people in the chat. Like, wow, that's interesting. Why is everyone here for Isaac? It's an old game now at this point. And it was all the devs for the Revelations mod in the chat watching me. Like, hey, can you test this out? Can you try going this way? Is that glitching for you? We'll fix that right now. So it became like 4 hours of me just with the developers of the mod testing out all these different things in Revelations. And then
they didn't pay you for that.
Well, no, because I was playing their awesome mod for free. Like, I haven't touched Isaac in months. The fact that something came out where I was like, oh, I gotta try that. Like, that's a good, like, thing. Mm-hmm. There's been nothing in, like, the Isaac mod community. It's like, that's cool, new item. It's not gonna change the game. This added a whole new thing to the game, which I was eager to try. And then during the stream, they're mentioning what would you like to see next in terms of like the next chapter, like what kind of theming. And I start listing off some themes. A couple days later, I had mentioned a Egyptian theme, like mummy, sarcophagus, and stuff like that. A couple days later on their YouTube channel, they released that the next chapter is going to be an Egyptian theme. So I don't know if they had planned that and like I just called it, or they heard me say it like, ooh, that's a good idea, but
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a very promising mod. So they said there's not going to be chapter 2 won't be out for like months probably, but like they did a great job with this one, and it feels like an actual DLC to Isaac, where everything else just feels like it's a tacky add-on. Oh, it's a little hub item here and there. So I was very happy to play that.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Just quick little things. I also played a Blossom Tale. I started Blossom's Tale on the Switch. Right. Mm-hmm. It's pretty much just a Link to the Past. Like not clone, but heavily
with Blossom.
Yeah, exactly. It's heavily inspired, but it's very cool though. The way it's framed, the narrative is that you're two little kids being read a story by their grandfather, and so the grandfather's the narrator. And the kids argue over how the story's being told. So at one point, I'm walking up to this boss fight, and the grandpa's like, and there stood before me the Ninja King. And the little girl's like, I thought it was a pirate queen. And then when she said the sprite changes to a pirate queen. Yeah. And then the boy's like, no, it was a Ninja King. Back to the Ninja King. And then the grandpa lets you choose which one it is. So you can customize your like way through the game.
I saw a thing on that. It was pretty interesting. I like that little concept. So.
Yeah, it's a small little gimmick, but like it added so much character to the game. I've only completed the first dungeon. I streamed it that night. And, like it's fun. It's a Zelda clone. Like it doesn't like do anything too different besides that slight narrative thing. But it's good. It's a good Switch game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's really about it for what we've been playing. It went a little bit quicker than usual.
Just to answer the Cousin Thomas, by the way, I am actually playing with keyboard and mouse at the moment. I'm trying.
Oh, for PUBG?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, on a computer, you got it pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Let's move on to our TV and movie segment. We finally have some Steven Universe to talk about.
That's right.
Let me just make sure they have not released an episode since the last time we watched. Because they like to dump episodes. Not until May?
One of those. Yeah.
Oh my god. Because if
that or Adventure Time or both, something like
probably
that.
both. Because I'm looking at like their release schedule. They had a bunch in May. That was the last time we talked about it, was back in May. And then they released a bunch of episodes in December, and then 2 in January.
Yeah, I don't know.
They have a wacky release schedule. But
it doesn't make sense to me, but
we're not going through all these episodes one by one because the entire Connie is away saga, I guess we can call it. Like,
I enjoyed it, but
yeah, but like what substantial happened besides Lapis leaving Earth?
Life lessons, man. The episode with Steven at the party.
Oh yeah, the Kevin party episode's the big one where he gets back with Connie and whatnot.
No, I know, but like, oh man, it got too real. Anyway,
too real how?
Just the way they were describing the situation and how he was overanalyzing the situation. I was like, my life. Oh my god.
Yeah, those are kind of adult themes when you think about it. Like they're portraying very like kid-like and like, oh no, she changed her hair and whatnot and like all these things. But like those are some real fears you have when like you're older in life and you overthink things.
Yeah, I mean, whew, but I don't know. I mean, not even that much happened realistically. He got back together. Stewball is doing better, and then Spaceman Lars is apparently a captain on a band of misfits ship.
Yeah, the 2-part episode, Lars of the Stars.
Yeah, they literally stole a ship. They're going. The other side little ship, basically think One Piece with the little shark submarine thing, crashed, having the Stevani in it.
Yeah.
They got trapped on some random planet, and then they're leaving the planet or something, and then like it ended, and then there was a portrayal of
they crashed onto a moon. It was a jungle moon because they saw a destroyed planet that it was orbiting, and it's the same kind of moon base that we saw on the Earth moon. And Steven gets in there. Well, Stevani it's interesting. This is the first episode without Steven because it was just Stevani the entire episode. They never split, so it was the first episode without Steven. So Stevani sleeps there that night. And she has this really weird dream where it starts out where it's like Connie's mom walking around and like she's describing like, oh, the invasion's tomorrow. And like, wait, why is there an invasion? And she slowly morphs into a Yellow Diamond / Connie's mom hybrid. And Stevani starts acting like she knows who this is and is like talking to her like a little kid. Like, I want to do an invasion. I want an armada. Like all these things. And it
got kind of weird.
Yeah, it got really weird. And then, like, she's saying, you're not acting like a diamond. You don't understand these things. And then as Stevani is walking away, we see in the reflection of this big moon-based dome that she's actually reliving a memory with her as Pink Diamond. It's the first time we've ever seen Pink Diamond on screen. And then she punches her reflection, and the dream cuts out.
That's right. They didn't show the bloody fist punching the mirror, but
they have no blood. Remember their hard light constructions?
What?
Their physical bodies are just hard light constructions. They themselves are the gems. They just make their body out of hard light.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. But it's raised a lot of like questions in the Steven universe.
Right. The problem is though, it's weird. Like it's hard to really talk about and analyze just because like it's basically it's just a cliffhanger. It's like Okay, so what's next?
Well, it makes you think. So, like, they portray Pink Diamond as being very small, which is, like, compared to Blue and Yellow, like, why is she that small? Is she just a younger Diamond who hasn't grown up yet? Possible. They have Connie's mother portraying her and talking to Pink Diamond like a little kid. Is Pink Diamond the daughter? Or, like, whatever, like, however they do that.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's almost like you can waste your energy thinking about it. It's just like literally no idea. Because it took the story in kind of a weird, or the lore, I guess, in like a really weird spot.
Yeah.
So now it's like, is Steven more than this? Or how does Rose Quartz still fit into this? What's actually true?
I just want to know why Stevani's having this dream. Like, we've seen in the past, Steven has a connection to the diamonds. Like, he dreamed that Blue Diamond was, like, on Earth crying, and he saw his dad talking to Blue Diamond, stuff like that. Like, he has a connection to all the diamonds, which is weird. But, like, the fact that, like, Stevani is playing the role and playing out the memories of Pink Diamond, and we know their memories, not just a dream, because in the memory, Stevani sees a code, and that code is what they use to contact Lars then after they wake up from the dream, quote unquote. So that was like, she obtained new information, so it was not a dream, it was a memory.
Well, it's like Connie is Steven's pearl, but I don't know. We have to wait and see, man. We gotta wait until May. But it is interesting.
I hope it's not until May, but
I think it was. I don't know, but it was interesting. So, I mean, hey, if you're a Steven Universe fan, watch it, obviously.
Yep.
But
I am not up to date at all on Adventure Time, are you?
yes, I am.
You are?
Yeah, 100%.
No.
Yep, not even kidding. I caught up. I watched it.
Okay, well, this is the first time that I can't comment on anything then. The last episode I saw was...
Oh, wait. All I'll say is that, you know how we have that one favorite song from Adventure Time?
Mama Said?
No, the other one. Marceline's song.
Daddy.
Correct.
Why did you... Yeah.
There is a reference to that in one of the episodes. That song in particular. They don't play the song. They reference that line in one of the episodes. I was loving it.
I'm looking at the list of episodes right now. Is it in Marcy and Hudson? Because that's Marcy and her dad, so it has to be.
Yes, that episode.
Hudson Aberdeen.
It was great.
Okay, so I am 1, 2, 3. I'm 4 episodes behind. That they released 4 episodes all on December 17th. I have not watched them yet.
Fair enough. But
this is the final season. Are they, from what you watch, Josh, are they leading into like any sort of finality yet? You think, or
no? Well, actually, the first one of those 4 very interesting.
Okay,
plot
17
plot purposes. Yeah,
interesting.
Oh, that was really funny. Actually, I'm not gonna give it away. All right.
Okay. Anyway. All right.
Yep.
In the anime corner, you have not watched the most recent One Piece, so
I know, Fong. I'm very sorry. I haven't watched the most recent One Piece. I haven't watched the most recent Dragon Ball Super. I have also not watched the most recent Food Wars. I'm 1 episode behind on everything. Gotcha. So,
well, in terms of just like One Piece, though, like, how you doing with the pudding shock?
I'm fine.
Are you heartbroken?
No. You know, I just brush things off. I deal with adversity on the daily. Don't worry.
Do you really?
I don't know.
Should I be concerned? That actually sounds like a pretty serious topic.
No.
I deal with adversity on the daily.
No, it sounded cool. But Sanji's the man. He's still doing his stuff, but I'm 1 episode behind, so I can't.
Okay, fair enough.
Talk about it.
All right, so Josh,
yeah,
what have you been watching? I promise
next time I will be caught up with it. I hope. Okay. No promises.
I promise next time I'll be caught up. No promises.
No Johns. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, yeah.
All right, so what else have you been watching besides our anime and normal stuff?
All right, well, on that same kind of vein, anime related, Made in Abyss.
I have added it to my queue. I have not yet watched it yet, but I'm planning on watching it because of your recommendation.
Also, we found out through Mr. Fong, it is available. If you have Amazon Prime, you could even watch it
Yep.
through Amazon. But Made in Abyss.
Yes.
3 words. It is really great. Not gonna lie, I really enjoyed watching it. That was one of those where you watch it and you're like, oh, I gotta watch the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta watch the next one. And then like next thing you know, you already watched like 5 in a row. There's only 13 episodes. Second season confirmed for presumably 2019, which is annoying. But I think you'd still really enjoy watching it now. It is really good. Made in Manhattan. What the heck is that? Wow. I can't tell if that's trolling or that's actually something related to an actual show you watch.
Oh, that's completely trolling.
No, because there is that one Amazon show. She's not a maid, but it was like supposed to be some old-timey thing. I don't remember the name of this.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
And she's like this woman that becomes a comedian at a time.
Oh, the wonderful Miss Wazzle something.
That thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Whatever. I don't know if that's actually what he's referencing because that is based in Manhattan. So I don't know. That's why I'm thinking of like, but
he's just being a jerk.
I love that kid. Anyway, so, yeah. So anyway, really great anime. So everyone should watch that. Also, not on an anime front for you non-anime people, which I don't know why you'd be here then. Usually these people kind of watch anime, but by these people, I mean our viewers. Don't take that in a bad way.
All the adversity.
Jennifer Lopez classic. What the heck?
Oh, I know what he's talking about. Just
anyway, so my whole thing is I watch Netflix on the way to work on Subway because kills time. Got stuff to do anyway, or got time to do stuff anyway, so why not? So I've been trying out this whole Orange is the New Black show that people love or something. I don't know.
One of the few Netflix shows I've never given a chance.
A lot of people say it's kind of weird. I see why, but I'm still watching it. I'm on season 4 out of 5.
Wow.
It's interesting. It's definitely not for everyone. For some reason, I kind of like it. I don't know. It's just a bunch of women in prison, but it's interesting. Different dynamics, personalities, whatever. Kind of funny. Fong might appreciate some of the semi-racist jokes that go on in that show. This show is
just a word of advice. Never tell like this person would enjoy the racism.
No, I mean it's a prison, so it's like one of those.
What does that
mean? Literally, I'm telling you, you gotta watch the show. Then it's bad. It's funny. It's bad. So just reading Fog. All right.
Racist.
Also, then to completely switch gears, not completely, but the other show I started watching Black Mirror on Netflix. I've heard people recommend that for actual years, and it is pretty good. It's one of those where it's like, I mean, you watch it, but
it's an anthology
for everyone else. I mean, I don't know what that means, but
you can watch it like they're all separate stories. You can watch it in any order.
Yeah, they're all completely different, but they're like an hour long, so you got to be invested in it or be like me and just stop every like 20 minutes because life gets in the way. But very good, very thought-provoking, very interesting. A lot of effort put into production. Kind of scary, kind of sad, kind of happy.
Out of all the
sad and scary.
Out of all the episodes you've watched so far, which has been your favorite?
I've only watched 4, but it's tough. I'm torn between 2 of them in season 1.
Really? Okay.
Well, to be fair, I've watched the 3 in season 1 and then the 1 in
No, I know, but usually season 1 is a little bit more polarizing than that. So the fact that everything you've seen, it's the 2 from season 1 sorry, you're talking.
Episode 2 and 3. Second one was with this like
the world where
People
But-
are on exercise bikes
Yep.
and this whole thing, but the technology gets so crazy, and they have these rooms and whatever, and really funny with that Wraith Babe thing. Oh my god! But also
Wraith
very
Babe.
sad and very shocking, and the things people do for opportunity. Oh my wow! Also, the other one was this whole like memory grain thing where they have this thing implanted behind their ear. I mean, this is it's weird because it's kind of stuff that like I've thought about maybe in an abstract sense, but then you're seeing someone take that idea, really solidify it, nail it down, and run with it.
Yeah,
And
it's modern technology taken to the extreme.
it's well, but like I don't know, like I've thought about things like that in a sense, or at least to some minor degree, and then it's like, wow, they're taking that. Oh wow, and you know, you just keep watching, and it gets really real, and it's just like wow, and then, oh man, what an episode! That was a depressing episode, but it had me really interested, and I kept watching. Oh man, that guy Jonas. Oh wow.
I'll tell you right now. There's one episode. It's technically part of season 2, but it was the Christmas special that year. So like season 1 is 3 episodes, season 2 is 3 episodes, and then before Netflix bought it, they had a Christmas special in between. So the Christmas episode is called White Christmas. I've only been able to watch the episode once. It has messed with me way too much. It's too relatable. It hits way too close to home. I'm interested to see what you think when you get to it, but it is the most, in my opinion, it's a very disturbing episode. I've watched them all multiple times, except that one. I've only watched that one once.
Well, I really only watch things once, but
Sure, but
I will
you
keep
know
that in mind.
me. When I say like, oh, I've only seen this one once, I've seen the others multiple times. Like there's a reason behind that.
Just double checking. Okay, it's listed under season 2, so I won't have to like go through a special hoop to
Yeah,
get
you'll
it.
know. It's
Okay.
with John Hamm. He's the main guy in that episode.
Okay. Wow, that one's even longer. Hour 13. Holy moly.
Oh, dude, in season 4 there was like an hour and a half one.
Ay, ay, ay. I will check that out. Also, on a side note, Ariana Grande Christmas album. Wow.
Who?
Oh, don't you dare say that. There's
that-
only like 5 or 6 songs, but
Is that the girl from Drake and Josh? That's Miranda Cosgrove.
I'm not even gonna comment on that. But still, like at least 2 of the songs, oh man, they're great. So you guys should check that out. Ariana Grande Christmas album.
Are they just like
Anyway.
Christmas songs sung by her, or like are they originals?
I think at least a couple are original.
Okay.
Good call, Cousin Thomas, by the way.
I was cleaning out my iTunes like a couple days ago, just trying to like weed out some like stuff I don't need on my phone all the time. And I have
iTunes in 2018. Fong, am I right? Anyway,
it's how I manage my iPhone, so yes.
continue.
I have so many Christmas songs. Like it was the same song listed like 6 times in a row, but like different people sing like, oh, Jingle Bells like 1,000 times. It's like, can we stop with the holiday covers? If you're making a holiday song, make it original.
But Fifth Harmony did a cover of Mariah Carey's "All I Want
I
for
don't know who
Christmas."
that is either. I know Pentatonics. Is that the same thing?
No.
Okay, well that's all I got.
Also, Cousin Thomas, yes, of course. Anyway. So Ken, that's it for me. What are you watching, man?
Over the holiday season, I got into watching Friends. I believe
Right,
it or
you
not,
told me that.
Yeah, believe it or not, I had never
Oh, I think you
watched.
said it on the last one here.
Yeah. But I finished it now, so I've watched
Right.
I've watched the entire show. It was really good. Like there's nothing
Good.
like nothing I can like say. Like I felt the finale was a little bit underwhelming because
Yes, I agree.
they didn't do a big like send off. It was just like, oh, this is the last episode.
I agree.
They're moving on with their lives and stuff like that.
But I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah.
I really like that show. I mean, parts are relatable, parts aren't, but are just funny or whatever. And I mean, we agreed on the Chandler thing. I mean, I don't. It's just
Yeah, Chandler's the best
Great
character
show.
by far. Joey has some of the funniest moments, though.
Correct.
Ross is just a sad sack. I don't know why.
love him.
I love him too, but like I don't understand like why anyone actually gets with him. Like the girls he gets in that show,
Yes.
it doesn't make sense.
Correct.
He has- he's with-
did.
Go ahead.
He got with Lana Kane.
I was about to say Aisha Tyler. Like where did that come from?
So
The best part of that,
start somewhere.
the best part of that is like her ex-boyfriend starts interfering, and like he brings the two of them together, and they like get back together. He's like, "All right, we're seeing other people," and he walks out while she's making out with her ex-boyfriend again.
Hey man, whatever makes you feel better.
Yeah, like I do like that in the end, Ross and Rachel got together, but like,
spoiler.
The chemistry there like wasn't there. Like they kind of like got together just because like, oh, they have to end up together.
They were on a break.
And I agree with that. And I love how much that came up. Even like in the last season when like they're talking to their daughter, and he's like, in case mommy says something, remember we were on a break.
I mean, yeah, like it's one of those shows where they do old references and stuff like time to time. It's great. So.
Oh yeah, no, it was good. It was a good watch. It felt like the Seinfeld of that generation, and it makes sense because it started right after Seinfeld, and like I don't know, like I feel that I'm a better person for watching it.
There you go.
So no one told you life was gonna be this way.
There you go. Very nice.
Yeah, that was good.
So,
and
I see you got one more thing on there, but also then another thing because you did put another comma. But
I thought there was more, but I think that's
it. So, what'd you watch?
Card Captor. Well, it's technically Card Captor Sakura Clear Card, which is the latest adaptation of the Card Captor. Like, so the Card Captor manga came out years ago, and it was adapted into an anime that I watched as a kid on the CW. Mm-hmm. Well, back then it was Kids of UB. Mm-hmm. And then for the anniversary, I think 2 years ago, the creator came out with a new, like, oh, I'm going to continue the story, do like the whole like Naruto Shippuden like thing, move time along and keep going with a new story, new yada yada. So that came out 2 years ago, and it finally got adopted into anime that started this month. So
so this is actual continuation?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
So do you like it?
About to get into it. So,
oh boy,
it's a little difficult for me because I grew up watching the English like dub with like the dub names and the cut content and whatnot. So watching purely the Japanese now, it's a little jarring. So they aged her up a little bit. She was 14 at the end of the original run. Now she's 15. So she's in middle school now, and that's a big deal apparently. Her brother went from being in high school to college, so that's a thing.
Wait, 15 is not middle school.
In Japan it is.
In Japan. No, I know. You're going to say in Japanese. Yes, they are.
Yes.
What? No.
Yeah.
15 is like 10th grade.
Middle school in Japan.
High school. They like high school over there. How'd they not realize that discrepancy? All right. Weird.
I don't know. So she's 15 now, and like... It's so basically it starts off a year after where the last one ended. So it ended with Lee, the guy, like the boy character, like going away, and like they love each other and whatnot. And I was telling Tom from work earlier, this show makes me feel like a little girl when I'm watching it.
Well, in theory, it's a show all about a girl.
Yeah, but it's like so like lovey-dovey and like, oh, my boyfriend, I can't wait to see him again, and like all like this like love, and just like it felt like just so weird watching it. Like I'm enjoying like the lore content, but like all the lovey-dovey stuff in between, I'm like, this is really weird.
Too much PDA.
Yeah,
man.
and I didn't realize, I realized, but this is the first time I'm watching it, the American version cut out all the lesbian relationships and all the gay relationships. So, like in the show, her older brother is gay, and dating one.
It is 2018.
I understand that, but he's dating like the guy she has a crush on in like when you watch from the English adaptation.
Ooh.
Yeah, and her friend, who's named Madison in the English, but it's like Teori in the Japanese, always has the camera and whatnot. She is in love with her. She's blatantly in love with her, and that's why she dresses her up. That's why she's constantly filming her. Like, it's a weird relationship.
Wait. She likes a guy.
She
is the boyfriend.
Yes, of her brother. Correct. While she's in a relationship with Lee, who is her own age.
And that's a boy.
That's a boy. And
At
also,
the same time, there's a lesbian filmmaker
yep.
that loves.
Yep.
Holy moly! Wow, what a concept! Fong, did you write this show? No,
Yep.
I'm kidding.
Again, like it's
Wow.
it's all super innocent and like everything's just inferred.
I don't know about that.
No, seriously, they're not they're sort of like boyfriend or girlfriend. They're not saying love. It's just everything's inferred, and it's like it's kind of blatantly inferred. But like,
Right.
where it did not exist at all in the English.
Anyway.
You're laughing at Chad again.
Yeah. Anyway,
So just to get past all that, that was like a little shocking or jarring to me at first. But the overall story is interesting. Where so
Right.
Sakura changed all the cloud cards to Sakura cards, so she has the full power. Like everything's done. Like she mentions how she hasn't used like the key in like a year since like everything ended and like things have gotten boring. And then one night she has a dream where she's surrounded in a room of clear cards, basically like they're like just like rectangles, like pieces of glass.
where my
And-
cards go? Oh no!
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone.
I mean, it makes sense because think about it. How else do they keep Pokemon interesting? They reset Pikachu. They're gonna reset her.
kind of. This is well. Let me get to it. So she sees all these clear cards, and then someone like in a hood shows up and shatters all these glasses around her. And when she wakes up, it's all a dream. But she goes over to her book, and all the cards now are just see through. Like they're like it's almost like a piece of cellophane. Like she holds them, they still bend and whatnot, but they're useless. They don't do anything, and they're not reacting to her magic. She can't use them anymore. Like they're completely like gone. But then she has the dream again, and this figure is still there, and she launches off the glass at Sakura, and then she falls asleep, wakes up again, another dream. Like keeps going to this dream sequence. And eventually she wakes up one day, and she has a brand new key with her that's made of a bunch of like it's like a star in the middle, but it's all like glass like shards to make the star. And she gets attacked by a new like element or a new force, and she summons the key out of instinct, and she like casts against it, and she captures it in a card. But it's a brand new type of card where it's still a see-through card, but it's like the image is imprinted on the card, and like what is imprinted on the front doesn't match the back. Like it doesn't even make sense how the card like works in physics. Like if there's a diamond here and then you flip the card over and there's a circle, you would think you would see the edges of the diamond where the circle was. It doesn't work that way. It's
an Egyptian god card.
more or less.
Correct.
So now it's 2 episodes in, and like she still doesn't understand like what's the severity of the issue. Like they've not revealed anything yet. She's captured 2 cards at this point. She hasn't used the cards though. She's just captured them, and they're like the easiest cards ever to capture too. Like they're like nothing cards.
Talks to the card. Hey, would you want to come with me? Yes. There you go.
Legit, that's what happened. The first card was like it was called the Gale, and it was like this weird like gust of wind that she just like tapped with the stick and captured it.
Right.
And the second one was like this weird rubber room where she popped the rubber room with like a pin and captured it. Like just like the most useless cards that make no sense, and there's no explanation yet of where this is going. I haven't read the manga. I'm sure the manga is much further along, but I'm just gonna keep watching the anime and see where it goes.
Wow, look at that. Look at you. Watching anime and no manga? Very impressive.
If the story
Maybe I'll check it out.
if the story was more compelling, where I had to like oh I gotta know what's going on right now, then maybe like One Piece. But like it's like okay, she's 15 years old, catching cards.
I like how that's your first thing. It's like, quick, let me denote her age. All right. Anyway, yeah.
Well, that's been the reaction so far. I tell people like, oh yeah, they aged her up a little bit. 1 year, still 15, not sexualized at all. But the show itself is very sexual in terms of like the relationships they're building here. I don't know. It's interesting, but I recommend it. It's
Fair
very
enough.
very prettily animated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, I think
Fair
that does it for the TV section. Let's go into our Kickstarter corner real quick.
That's right.
Your Switch script thing. What do you think?
Right. It's pretty cool. Also, Cousin Thomas got one too.
From the same Kickstarter?
Correct.
Nice.
So I still got to play with it a little more based on the top with the shoulder buttons, because that cutout part seems kind of weird.
Okay.
The way they did the case. But if anything, for the actual grip part, basically, you have a problem when you hold the Switch in your hands in handheld mode. Your hands your fingers kind of all go flat against the back, or you try and like bend them yourself. It kind of gets uncomfortable. Are you gonna model for us, Ken?
Yeah, I was gonna see if I can see what you're saying.
Right. So you hold it like that, like it's not comfortable to hold on the back there. So essentially, it creates like a pro controller. You know, like a pro controller, like you hold like an actual like grip, like you grip the controller. Right.
Yeah, my fingers bend down to have like a place.
Right.
To go.
So they basically took those and put them on the back of where the Joy-Cons would be. Those kind of grips for your hands.
Okay.
Right. So obviously wider apart, but don't break your Pro Controller to demonstrate. But essentially that's what it is. So it's a lot more comfortable to hold and play in that mode.
That's good.
So I actually really like it for that aspect. Of course, I don't play in handheld mode like super often, but I figured, you know what? If there's like one last kind of cool accessory, that is a problem I've had. Like I thought it was kind of uncomfortable, so I was like, sure, what the heck? I'll try it out. So
I haven't found it uncomfortable yet.
I mean, I've definitely found like I've played it like on train rides going home, and like that's an hour and a half or something. Like I feel it. I don't know. I gotta flex my hand.
I've never played handheld for more than like an hour. I think so.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's not necessary, but I think it's nice. So,
okay,
that is all. That's the one update.
What's it made out of? Is it like Nerf foam, kind of, or?
No, it's I mean, it's all essentially like rubber. It's a rubber case that it's easier to peel off and peel on. Like it's not like super difficult.
Oh,
but it's kind of like it's almost like a harder rubber. It's not like super soft. Like.
Okay.
The actual grips themselves, though, on the back are different material than the rest of the case. Those are more softer rubber.
That makes sense.
It's pretty cool. So
cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I see you wrote something too.
Yes, I'm going to be backing a board game called Mask of the Red Death, based off the Edgar Allan Poe story. Are you familiar with that, Josh?
No.
Mask of the Red Death. Basically, it's think of like the time, like not bubonic plague, but like that time period, like Victorian England and whatnot, or Victorian London, and all these aristocrats and rich people lock themselves up in a building and don't let the poor in, like because they want to avoid this death going on called the Red Death, which is basically tuberculosis.
I do the same thing every day. Yeah, continue.
So they're all having this big party, and there's all these different colored rooms, and they're all like eating and drinking, and it's like a masquerade, so everyone's dressed up. There's one guest they don't recognize, and they're wearing a mask that looks like the Red Death. And the main person, the narrator, follows this person around, eventually goes into a dark room, and it turns out that this person is not just wearing the mask of the Red Death, they are the Red Death, like in human form, and everyone in the party dies, and it's Edgar Allan Poe's sad story. So this is a board game based off that, and it looks very, very cool. I'm a sucker for anything Edgar Allan Poe, so.
Oh, so you're going to add this to the list of games for your fancy game nights?
Yes, I am.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's cool, though, because the entire point of the game is you need to, like win people over and like attend the party as much as you can, because attending the party is how you earn points, but you also need to investigate what room the Red Death is going to show up into by the end of like the round, because like the Red Death will start off like in the blue room, then go to the white room, then in the green room. If you're in one of those three rooms, your character dies off or you lose points or something like that, and it takes part of your turn to like figure out which way they're going, or you can risk it and socialize and get like, okay, I know they're going to end in the red room, so I'll just go into these rooms here and hope for the best. Like there's a little bit of like risk reward to it, I think. It looks very interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when is your next scheduled game night?
This weekend actually, or next weekend. Yeah, we've been doing it every weekend since the new year started. So.
Oh, is that New Year's resolution?
I guess an unspoken one. I guess we played a board game. I think it was called Blood Rage, or something like that, where basically like you're a Viking warrior, like in like kind of like Nordic mythology, and Ragnarok is approaching, and you have to like dying in Ragnarok is a great honor for these warriors. So basically you're finding it where Ragnarok's going to hit on the board. Everyone gathers around there, and then you fight to kill each other. Because if you die a normal death, no one cares. But if you die during Ragnarok, that's where you earn like glory and points, Valhalla. So like you're you're traveling across the board trying to claim territory, and then once everyone knows like where like everyone wants to be, it's like a fight for that area once you like try to conquer it. It's very cool. The miniatures for that game are really like impressive, actually.
You know, it does remind me. I still want to try that League game, the Mechs and Minion thing.
Did they make a physical League board game or?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I'll play that. Is there lore, or do I have to read it?
I don't know. Man. I don't read lore. But
all right.
Anyway,
are you ready for your little sports desk?
Oh baby, yeah, let's go.
Before I walk away and get my water and whatnot, let me just say the Vikings, that game the other day. Whew, I watched that live. That's the first time I've ever been actually invested in like a sport, like fully.
I swear, I feel like you've said this at least 2 other times.
Probably, but this is like I felt it, Josh. Like this was like the hype was real. I was like, oh, they've lost, because my Uncle Joe was a huge Vikings fan, so that's why I wanted the Vikings to win. And by the end, like, oh, they definitely lost. And then that catch, and then that touchdown, and
I'm just impressed you used the right terminology right there.
Yeah,
touchdown.
You said catch.
Yeah. And you knew it was a football?
Okay. All right, Joshy, take it away for your little sports desk. And go.
Okay, well, hi, everyone. He's still looking at me. Oh, no. Oh, no, he shut it off. Okay. So, welcome to Sports Desk, everyone. It's presented by no one. But, if you want to sponsor it, let us know. I don't know. Spring training for baseball coming up shorter time than you know. What is it, like a couple weeks before pitchers have to report to spring training? It's crazy. Also, thank you, Craig. Now, so I don't know. A lot of moves in the offseason. Of course, the Yankees are cheating, as always, and getting the best players. Mets just signed Jay Bruce to a 3-year deal. Haha. Also, Granderson, who got traded to the Dodgers by the Mets, is now on the Blue Jays for a year. Kind of interesting. I hope for the best with him. Not too many other like gigantic moves though yet, which is interesting. But there's the deadline, I think, of, well, there's not really a deadline, but we'll see. I mean, well, McCutchen just went to the Giants. Really interesting. The whole thing with Ohtani on the Angels. The Angels are getting a lot of players, actually. We'll see. This baseball season is going to be pretty exciting. Better health and conditioning by the Mets, by the way, so I'm very happy about that. They might actually stay healthy with a different plan and new staff. I guess that's it for baseball, but it's coming up soon, so get ready. As for basketball, all of a sudden there's been a lot of fights in the NBA recently, so I guess it's been fun to watch like random highlights of people talk about it. But I went to the Knicks game actually the other day for the holiday, technically, even though I had work, but I took off half a day. Great game. Knicks are playing right now, but I can't watch. But season's still going strong. We'll see, even though it looks like the Warriors are still going to win. But whatever. I mean, hockey's always going, but not big on the hockey in terms of like what's really going on. But I know the Islanders are doing well. Rangers, I think, are still doing well. Leafs are still doing well. A lot of teams doing well. I don't know. But
you have no clear stance on hockey.
But, well, what's interesting is the new team, the Las Vegas Golden Knights, they're actually doing really well. And I'm going to be in Vegas very soon. And I might actually see one of those games, which might be interesting.
When are you going to Vegas?
Actually,
I'm there right now.
1 week from tonight, I'll be on the plane.
Wow. 1 week from tonight. Wow.
That's interesting. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, so that's the thing. Yeah, I guess that's it for the sports test. Nothing too crazy. This is always like the kind of downtime of the year. You know, a lot of hype around Christmas and stuff. But aside from that,
yeah, we have the Super Bowl coming, so
about 5 hours falling, by the way, for the plane. Anyway.
Yep. I can contest.
Yeah, it's true. Super Bowl in a couple weeks, so we'll see. I'm not big into football, but the playoff games were Interesting. I saw some of the highlights by default just because I'm trying to watch basketball stuff, and then people talk about football. So, yeah, I mean, more playoff games this weekend for that. I won't really care too much, but the whole Patriots thing, and somehow the Jaguars are in it, even though I thought they were like the worst team ever.
Yeah, the Jaguars are a little bit of a surprise. I actually don't want the Patriots to be in it.
I mean, everything's scripted, so they're going to be in it. They're going to be in
Pretty
the Super
much.
Bowl.
I love the meme of like, let's give a big hand to the Patriots team, like the MVPs, and it's all the refs lined up together.
There you go.
Because the refs just get them everything they need.
It's okay, Ken.
Ken, you know sports. I know little sports.
Seriously. Yeah, he really doesn't know sports. He just watched one weekend of football with people, and they were talking, and he's like, "Oh, so that's what it." And then he just
No.
regurgitates
I know
lines.
I know sports. I know plays. I know calls. I know all the terminology. I just don't follow the teams week to week. I don't follow home games, away games. I don't keep track of scores. I don't do the fantasy league. I don't do any of that stuff.
And what's your favorite football team?
The Jets,
Oh, okay.
Yankees, Jets, Islanders, Knicks. Yeah,
Oh,
those are my those are the teams that I follow.
Those are my teams. You're gonna say what? I'm like, first of all, oh man. Well, hey, I mean, you said Knicks, so I'm happy about that.
Is there another
Fair
New York
enough.
team?
Technically, now they moved from New Jersey. They're the Brooklyn Nets.
Knicks all the way.
Woo! I don't know if your support really means that much, but hey, you picked my team. So, anyway, that's it for the sports test. Thank you very much, everyone. This has been me. I'm signing off. Good night. It's just Ken. Bye. No, I'm kidding.
No, we're not doing that again.
Long Island Ducks. True.
That's baseball though, right?
Correct.
Okay. Ha! Got it.
I mean, you literally live near the stadium. It's kind of hard to be like that, even though then you're going to be like, where do they play? Then I'll be like, oh, in Islip. And then you're like, oh, really? And I'm like, yeah, right near the courthouse. And you're like, what? Anyway.
Hi,
Yep.
V. Hi, Tom. Hi, Jimmy. Hello, people in the chat.
Oh, yeah. Also, hi to everyone. See, it's funny. The second the sports desk came on and you walked away,
Everyone came in.
literally, like, yeah, there was like an influx of like 5 different people between
Ken's gone. Yes.
the Twitch chat. Like, everyone was just coming in. And I'm like, yo, all right.
It's like SpongeBob cooking the patties. This is why we're here.
That's what we've been waiting for.
Exactly.
Used to like it when I put the patty on the.
Oh, you hit the mic. Okay.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, it is. All right, so let's move on to our other news. AGDQ 2018 has come and gone. Did you watch
Correct.
it all?
Yeah, I watched bits and pieces, but it was actually extremely unenjoyable.
Well, this is we
Talked about it.
yeah. Do you want to get into it at all, or
I'll just mention it briefly. I mean, one general thing though, I don't know. I guess as the years go on, I'm less and less excited to watch this stuff. Partially because a lot of it's almost like the same games or something.
yeah?
So it's just like, okay, this guy's gonna beat it again. Okay, this guy's gonna be like, I don't really care then at that point. Like, it's fun maybe the first time seeing the game. It's like, oh wow, that's really fast or something. But then like when it's always that one game come up, I'm like, I really don't care. But that's just my own problem, I guess. Or
They
I don't know.
they try to pick games where like new strats have been found each year, or like new like
right, but like to the point where I can't really tell the difference much. Like, oh well. Like there was a guy that started off the thing playing like Crash Bandicoot, the trilogy thing, playing on 3.
Well, that one I actually knew a lot about because I love Crash Bandicoot.
And he apparently invented some sort of slide thing.
Yep, the slide
Yet
spin.
he couldn't even do his own slide most of the time. Yet he had his name in the slide thing. I'm like, oh, this is atrocious. But anyway, the biggest thing for me is that Twitch chat, place to be to watch these things, right? And they took away the chat. Like, it was sub-only chat.
Yes.
And I can get it for some reasons. But at the same time, it is so much less enjoyable. Because for me, aside from maybe being like, I don't know what's going on in this game, but maybe that's funny or something, Twitch chat informs me of when things are funny. And when the thing breaks, and when they have to yell vac and hacks, and when they make fun of someone, like, it's great. And the fact that they take that away, it was actually very dull. Like, there was no point in me looking at the chat. Like, I was watching on my phone, I would just turn my phone sideways to not even see the chat. Like, I didn't find it worth it to keep up with the chat because what are they saying? Nothing.
Do you realize what you just said?
Correct. So,
because people couldn't make fun of people,
correct.
You were less interested.
Let's be
because
real. That's hilarious.
Yes, they are at times, but literally, you want to watch the world burn. You want to see these people destroy each other and burn things down.
It's really funny. Also, you have to think about it. It's people with like nothing better to do than literally spam Twitch chat 24/7 while this event's going on.
Do you know what's more pathetic than that, though? Someone who waits to watch that.
I enjoy it in my spare time. It's like, oh, I'll wake up. Oh, let me just tune in for a second and be like, ha. But, you know, like,
don't get me wrong. So. I do think that it has its place and it is very funny. But do you remember what happened last year with the Twitch chat and why they did it this year like this?
I mean, I know what happens every time Twitch chat gets a free open public space. But
very true.
I don't know what special
there was a emoticon last year that is now banned from Twitch. It was a bearded lady. And every time a streamer who was either going in transition or had transition and whatnot, people would spam that emote. And one of the coordinators at I think it was SGDQ. Yeah, I think it was SGDQ. They freaked out online at the chat and whatnot. They got the emoticon banned, and it created this big ruckus. So I think
which I fully get that, and I get where that's taking it a bit far because. It's literally not even just the words. Like, it's literally almost like an emote looking like it was made for that situation. Which, so I completely get that. But I think then you draw a line where it was almost like too much censorship in the fact that, honestly, I think less people viewed the thing from what it seemed like. It looked like to me the numbers on who was watching was generally lower.
People were saying, like, yes, like, this is, like, one of the worst AJDQs because the whole sub thing, like there were less people watching. I do agree with that. But I think that you had the core community watching. Like they broke their goal this year in terms of donations. Like it was a good year for them. They broke their goal from last year. And a big part of that was all the Twitch subs.
Well, because some people are so desperate that they will purposely pay the money.
Why? Is it desperate or they donate $5 to give to charity?
Desperate. I know my community.
Oh no, they're desperate people. Desperate. Like, you saw some people like donate the $5 to get into the sub chat and then immediately like blah 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 and banned right away.
Yeah, it's great. And then they'll purposely yell at all the other people, calling them plebs. Like it's beautiful, but like the point is that they had to go that far. I don't know. I didn't agree with how, but you know what? It's their thing. It turned me off to it, but you know I had better things to do anyway. So I tuned in for a little bit here and there. Watched the little bit that I did. It's whatever, I guess. It's gone. It's come and gone.
Was there any run that you really enjoyed or anything, or?
No. Not really.
I watched the entire thing. I had it on like some screen in front of me the entire week that I was on. Anything that I missed, I went back and watched the video on demand, the VOD. Everything was fantastic. Like some of the like the Mario runs were great. They did Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep run. They did what End is Nigh. They did like Boshi, I Want to Be the Guy. They did like everything. Like it was fantastic. Some guy played Punch Out and Super Punch Out at the exact same time and beat them both. He was playing 2 games at once.
I mean, that is impressive. That is fair.
I think when it comes to like competitiveness and stuff like that, like you don't appreciate speed running as much as most people do. Is that fair to say, or?
I don't know if most people do is the correct thing. I think you mean people that are in that community or people that watch that generally. But I agree with the other part of that statement, yes.
Okay.
Speedrunning doesn't excite me.
Okay.
I'm more in it to see a game that I haven't played or a game that maybe I've played years ago and I was like, wow, they're really good at that game or something. Like, but I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh my God, he could have saved this by cutting that corner. Oh, he missed the double, triple glitch breaking.
You want to see people screw up, don't you?
No, I don't even want to see them screw up. I just like, I don't know. It's a weird venue for me because like I appreciate it, but I don't like it a lot. I don't know. It's weird.
See, that's
it's
the
weird in
thing.
between.
You don't care about it that much. You're there to see. You're there for Twitch chat to make it funny for you.
Correct.
To make it more enjoyable.
I'd rather watch the new Overwatch League, and I don't even play Overwatch, but I'd rather watch that. It's on right now.
I know.
Like
it's so
they have a New York team, so I'm like, hey, New York, haha.
Yeah.
Excelsior or something.
Yeah,
but like
worst name, but
right. But I mean, like I find that more entertaining. I love watching Hearthstone tournaments. I love watching obviously league stuff. So I don't know, like speed running is just like it's okay. So
yeah, I'm with Fong in the chat. See people break games is always amazing.
I guess.
They had a Black and White 2 speed run. It was so good.
Well, that's interesting. I didn't know they were playing that.
Yeah.
But
it was long though, 3.5 hours.
Yeah,
but still impressive though for a Pokemon game. 3.5 hours, especially that gen, which goes on forever and ever and ever.
It's true.
Yeah. All right. Well, I just wanted to talk about that real quick. AGDQ was a good time. I got my donations in. And I watched the entire thing. So
you donated?
Oh, of course.
How much? No, I don't
altogether probably $150.
Oh, did you win something?
I don't know yet. Probably not.
Ooh, it's rough.
I mean, I was giving it more to the charity. I didn't even see what the prizes were at the time, so.
It is tax deductible.
I'll put it on my tax reports in a month then.
Returns.
Whatever.
Anyway. Anyway, yes. So to more interesting news.
That's right.
And yes, I agree with Fong. 100%.
What?
He agreed with me saying his opinion, then yeah.
That's why I like fighting games and watch people play that. Want to see people do shit I can't. Exactly. And
partially that is competition. I don't know. But anyway. Also, the man Jimmy donated from my house. Did you donate from that man's house?
We were watching the Ocarina of Time run at Jimmy's house after our game night, and I wanted to I did a sly donation on my phone while we were watching, hoping they would read the donation during the stream, but it didn't happen until later during Kirby Canvas Curse.
They actually read your thing. It was we got a donation from Ken who says,
"Yep,
first long-time viewer, first-time donator."
They didn't write that.
I love the thing for charity.
Fuck you.
Please end cancer and save the animals, even though that's not in this run.
No, I said watching Legend of Zelda speedrun with my friends Tom and Jimmy. Sister beat brain cancer, so I'd have to donate blah blah. I actually made it good. It wasn't
Wait, that's not nice. No, it was nice. No. I'm sorry, no.
Josh, you're really good. This is a charity event. You're shitting all over it because Twitch chat wasn't free for you. You couldn't put a 5 down to be part of the chat.
No. But, no, I mean, of course it's a good cause. I mean, I'm messing around, but I don't know.
It's not coming off that way.
I'm very glad you donated. It's a very good cause, of course.
Did you donate at all?
No, but...
did you give your free Amazon Prime sub to the chat at least?
No, because I used it already, so I was like, oh.
And how many months have you been subbed to my channel, Josh?
At least 0. Not more than 0. Don't worry. It's all good. Make half your content. Relax.
Oh my god. All right. Taking the gloves off.
How about we talk about this Nintendo Mini Direct?
Let's talk about this Nintendo Mini Direct.
And the other Nintendo video.
The kid.
They didn't actually call it anything. They're just here's
it's a
video.
special presentation for kids or something like that. Or Kids at Heart.
And Kids at Heart.
Which I liked. So the
verbiage or the video?
Yes.
Or both? All right,
let's focus on the main direct. So this direct was being hinted at for quite some time. It got leaked back in December that the direct was coming in January, but Nintendo didn't announce anything. And then one night, randomly, they tweeted out a picture of Chibi Robo on fire with no context whatsoever. But then people later on realized that Chibi Robo on fire and the bonfires in Dark Souls. If you look into his eyes, you can see a hilt of a sword. So it was.
Well, there was also some other link that someone made because there was some hot dog me or something.
Yeah, that was. I think the Nintendo World Store did that.
Well, the thing they were saying was those two things, those games that they were a part of, got announced. what was it, like unexpectedly or something? Or something like that. So it was like hinting that there would be like an unexpected drop or
Oh yeah, you're talking about Chibi Robo Whiplash and the Mitomo
right.
adventure thingy, whatever it was.
Right. It's something weird. Anyway.
Metopia. That's what it was.
Right. So I don't know, it's kind of interesting, I guess. But anyway, so they had the thing. It was like 15 minutes long.
Yeah, this thing, it wasn't even like a live presentation, just the next morning, it was just on their YouTube page.
Yeah,
it's like, oh shit.
Apparently, it was interesting what people were saying. Were like, literally, the video was just uploaded, so like people could just look at the end immediately, like, oh, that was the big surprise, and then it's like, oh, okay.
Well, it was a mini direct. Like as soon as they said mini in the beginning, I'm like, oh, I'm not expecting anything at all. So like the fact that we got this much to talk about is pretty amazing, if you ask me.
I mean, I guess. I mean, to me, I feel like a lot of these are like small little hits. Like we don't have to go like game explain like half hour per one sentence, but like,
oh, obviously.
But
yeah, so I mean,
you can lead off with some of the stuff because I don't even know this first game.
I made
to a lot of friends and they're like, I love that game. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, so I made a list of all like the big ones. Like there's a bunch of like little indie games and like some like RPGs that I don't think you need really.
Wait, they're coming out with the game that you would probably love, but I was also intrigued.
Go ahead.
Oh, Celeste?
Yes, that platformer.
Yeah, I want that.
Oh yeah, I'm getting that. It comes out.
I actually want that.
2 weeks, I think, or a week.
You didn't even write that one on your list.
Well, I figured that we wouldn't have much to like. It would be like, ooh, it's coming out. Like, it looks good. It's
so there we go. We did it. Okay. Anyway,
exactly. I left it out, so you bring it up. All right. So starting off with the world ends with you. Final remix.
Twee or whatever.
Yep.
Twee. I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
I didn't even know that game had an abbreviation. Whatever.
Well, the world ends with you is a lengthy title, so everyone calls it TWEWY.
Well, who's everyone? I didn't even know this was.
Okay. It's by the guy.
I didn't even know.
It's by the guy who does Kingdom Hearts. First of all,
Ed McMillan.
No, Ed McMillan did not do Kingdom Hearts.
It's close. Disney.
God damn it! No. Square.
They paid Disney.
It's by the guy who does Kingdom Hearts. It was originally
Square Enix. Is it not Square Enix?
Yes.
Like on a serious note?
It's technically Square Enix, yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so it's made by Square Enix.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm talking about the art because like the art style. Like, there's a main director behind Kingdom Hearts, and there's a main director behind this game. I'm forgetting his name off the top of my. I'll look it up real quick.
ASMR stream.
Tetsuya Nomura, that's who it is. He's responsible for The World Ends With You and Kingdom Hearts and whatnot. And The World Ends With You was actually in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. They actually brought the entire world and characters over into Kingdom Hearts as well. So that's why it became kind of more recognizable the last couple of years. It was originally a DS game, a really, really good DS game that used the top and bottom screen really well. Then it got ported to iPad a couple of years ago in like an HD and better resolution and better frame rate. And now they're doing a final mix version with a kind of it's an extended epilogue or like another chapter at the very end to the game coming to Switch later this year. And that's a pretty big deal.
I do not plan on buying it, but people love it apparently, so
yeah. Well, it's a really good. The gameplay is really good. It's really a story-driven game where this guy wakes up with a number on his hand that's counting down, and he's apparently in this game. If the number counts down to 0, he's going to die. He has to find his partner and then find the other people who are playing the game. It's kind of like imagine playing Hunger Games in real life, except it's like not in like an arena by yourself. It's like the entire like only certain people are playing this game, and you don't know who's playing the game kind of thing. So you have to go like find your partner and like find other people and whatnot. I don't want to give too much away if you ever decide to actually play it.
That is an interesting concept.
Yeah,
I don't know how it would play out in the game. It seems too RPG heavy, but
I'm really interested to see how it's going to work on the Switch because the game was completely touch control on the DS. Like you had
to be fair, the Switch does have touch control, but then it's weird because you put it in docked mode, but they have that one music game where you tap things, and that's touch only. Yeah,
well, they confirmed this one is going to have touch controls and like pro controller controls. So I just want to see how that works in this game. It looks very, very good though, and people were very hyped about it when they saw that like little screen come up.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that. That comes out later this year.
Now, on that note, something that you're really not excited about. They announced some Pokken DLC, Ken.
I know.
Blastoise
And Aegislash.
Correct.
Aegislash comes out first, and Blastoise comes out later in March.
Technically, like Mew or something, and Rayquaza.
Mew, Celebi, Mimikyu, and Mega Rayquaza are support characters, along with a bunch of new costumes for the avatars as well.
Right, but like, here's the thing: wasn't the price $15
For the 2-pack? Yes.
Are you gonna buy that?
Oh yeah.
You even own the thing on Switch?
Yeah, I do. I've played it. It's great.
You're gonna buy the
2 extra characters?
$15
Yeah, why not?
for 2 characters.
Yes, it is a great game. I want to support Nintendo, so I will buy it.
Oh,
because it's not just 2 characters; it's 2 characters, 4 support characters, which makes a big difference, and the costumes, the avatars, plus more. I'm betting anything they're gonna throw a stage too with each of the characters, with each of the DLCs.
big whoop though.
You don't like Pokken,
$15?
so how much do you pay for DLC normally for games? Do you pay for DLC at all? Actually,
Who buys DLC?
there you go. You have no stake in this argument.
Because you shouldn't have any either. You shouldn't.
How much is this DLC worth in your eyes, Josh?
Like 5?
Per character or together?
Yeah, see, Fong says 0, or is that just answering your question on how much I've spent? But like, it's like $5 tops.
For two characters.
Literally 2 characters.
Did you buy the Smash Bros. DLC, Josh?
No, because that was a waste of money.
Oh my god.
The amount of time that I play Smash, why would I put down like $2 or $3 per character when you pay like, oh my god, it's terrible. So yeah, I never did that. So basically I'm gonna buy when Smash comes out for the Switch, and then they put all the DLC characters in there.
But what if they add more characters then later on?
Oh, then I don't know. I mean, Fong, that's true. That's a collector edition thing where you get anime music, sure. But like, that's not, I don't know. DLC, you add 2 characters to the game for $15.
Josh, how much money do you spend on League to buy characters?
You don't spend money on that.
You can though, right?
Sure, but I don't.
But people do, right?
Not really.
People don't spend money on League.
Not to buy the champs to play. People would spend money on the cosmetic aspects.
Yes, okay, exactly. That's DLC.
That's not buying the character to play.
That's buying DLC.
Yeah, but I'm not saying DLC as a whole. I'm saying this Pokken DLC. That is not worth $15.
2 brand new characters.
That is not worth $15. I'm sorry. I don't know how you're going to spin it to make it seem worth it.
How much is a character in League to buy?
What?
I know you can buy characters in League. How much
First of all, the champs. But anyway.
How much is to buy a character in League?
If you were actually going to buy a champion
yes.
in League. First of all, the prices differ based on release date.
Oh my god. Jimmy and Tom, are you in the chat? How much is a character in Dota? Or are all Dota characters free? I actually don't know. Fighting games are insanely hard to develop for properly. Thank you.
That's not the point. Oh my god.
Josh, people are paying. They're all free in Dota? Crap. All right, thanks. How much are they in League?
But you can basically unlock them for free. You just need to play the game. That's it. They're not telling you, please buy this or anything. Like, there's always a way.
Yes,
they rotate free champions.
But you didn't pay for League to begin with at all.
Correct.
So you're just like the free model where you can unlock things for free.
No, you can pay for cosmetics. I've done that before.
Yes, and how much have you paid for a cosmetic, Josh?
Like 1 cosmetic?
1 cosmetic. How much does that cost you?
It varies. I'm telling you, everything varies.
Name any price. I don't care. Give me the lowest one. Give me the lowest one.
The lowest price is realistically like $2.
Okay, so $2, not for a new character, but for a simple change in the way they look, a simple change in art. All right.
Correct.
That's part of the DLC that you're buying.
But you also never paid for the game, so there's part of a thing of like, well, I downloaded this for free. I've been playing this for free. So
Okay,
realistically,
if
what could have been sold as, let's say, a $60 console game, I paid $2. It kind of makes you feel good, right? See, the Craig agrees. He's
agreeing with me.
No.
I've paid in League of Legends like $10 for a bunch of cosmetics a long time ago. So people will pay. So paying $10 just for cosmetics, where you're paying $15 here for two completely new characters
after you've bought
and cosmetics.
After you've bought the game for $50 or $60.
So you're saying if League was a $60 game, you would not buy cosmetics.
It would definitely make it a lot more difficult for me.
So you wouldn't drop $2 more for a cosmetic.
If I really like that thing, maybe.
Okay, if you really like Blastoise and Aegislash for $15.
No. Too expensive. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
$7.50 per. Oof.
But
unless I'm like a professional Pokken player, like, no.
I spent $15 in CSGO and bought like $30 in skins. There you go. People spend money on this stuff.
I'm not saying they don't, but those are still like CS:GO. It's either free or very cheap. It's like $10. I don't even know.
But I'm saying, John, like if they're releasing a character, which again, like Tom said before, in fighting games, it's like it's hard to like get like a character built down. Like that's why Smash characters were months and months apart, because they couldn't just make a character just like that. Like it takes work to make. So you have to like you're paying.
Of course, it takes a lot of work to make anything. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So why should Nintendo just be like, why should they be releasing these characters for free?
I'm not saying release for free. I said a release for $5.
Josh doesn't deem it worth it for how much he plays that game, but he understands that for other people will buy it. Do you understand why people will buy it, Josh?
Sure. I think they're crazy because it's too expensive for what you get. But of course, if you play it a lot and you think it's worth it, I understand that. I'm still just saying, though, friend to friend here, you are crazy for buying that for $15. That is all I'm saying, and we can leave it at that.
So Kirby Star Allies comes out March 16th.
Correct.
This looks absolutely amazing.
Kirby still does nothing for me, but I thought...
You're shitting on charity. You're shitting on DLC. And you shit on Kirby. I draw the line at Kirby.
Which one though? Which one do you draw the line in? There was that game. You beat it.
Canvas Curse.
That okay.
And then Rainbow Curse is two different ones.
Oh man.
Ken, get rid of Josh. I can't.
Oh my god.
He's half the title. I love the difference between $7.50 and $5 per character. That makes the difference.
Actually, to be fair, I meant $5 in total, so that would be $2.50 per. But anyway, yeah. But anyway,
Kirby Star Allies.
Correct. So they showed off some new power-up move things, right? Those combos with different elements or something.
Well, they showed off...
Or like the Ice Lance thing. Looked kind of cool.
Before you get to that, they showed off two new powers in general, like standalone powers. Kirby now has an art ability where he like draws pixel art and it comes to life, and he can also use the paintbrush.
That's pretty cool. Right.
And he has the spider ability where he shoots out webs, captures people in webs, and then like can kick webs around and stuff like that.
Well, it's perfect. It shows that the Spider-Man Homecoming game is coming for the Switch. So it's a nice little foreshadow and get people in the mood for that kind of game. So it's pretty cool. Very nice to see.
I don't know what kind of joke you're trying to make here, because there is a Spider-Man game coming. It's not a Homecoming game, and it's exclusive to PS4. So,
yeah. Wait, it wasn't called Homecoming?
No, that's the latest movie.
Oh. What's the Spider-Man video game called?
I think just Spider-Man, honestly.
Oh, thought they added something to that.
But
I know that's coming for PS4, yeah. So they're going to port it to the Switch.
No, it's a PS4 exclusive.
Don't worry, in a couple of years, they'll port it over.
No. Oh my god.
The definitive edition.
How much you pay for that one?
Regular price.
It's just called Marvel Spider-Man, the new game. It doesn't have a title yet.
You mean the new movie? Oh, no, it's a game.
No, it's a game.
Whatever. I don't know. Oh, man.
It's called Spider-Man. I have a giant white spider on my chest. I like the logo.
That's what I would have said. Yeah.
What?
No, never mind.
Okay.
I thought the logo, whatever. Things look cool. Spider-Man looks like a good game.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway,
Back to Kirby.
Yeah, was this the first time they also unleashed that like friend move thing?
No, actually. Back in the original trailer for E3, we saw a quick scene of all 4 of the characters. They were all like in a big like donut circle together, like they were holding on to each other, and they were rolling down the hill. Which at the time there was no title or anything like that, but it's the same thing where there are certain parts of the levels where you stand on a platform and the 4 of you combine into a friendship something, or like we saw the friend train, we saw like the friend star, which I like the friendship train a lot actually.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, I talked about it with you. I thought it was kind of funny though that for their gameplay like demo part, it was literally with 3 computer players and the first player, which is kind of cool that you can at least do that kind of stuff.
That's what I thought too. I went back, you're wrong. So when they're showing off the powers, all the characters were computer characters. During the friendship train and the friendship star, it was player 1, 2 players, 3 player, like it was like the players on the bottom. So I assume you can do it alone too, but for those 2 scenes, for whatever reason, they had 4 players playing it.
Interesting.
Which I was worried too when you said like, oh yeah, it's all computer characters. Like that worries me too. I went back and there's actually people playing for the those 2 scenes.
Well, I mean, we'll see. I mean, it looks nice.
You're not gonna get it, right?
No, not a chance.
Would you play with me if I brought it?
Sure.
Okay.
It's just one of those games where I wouldn't go out of my way. Like, I mean, I've talked about it many times. Like, Kirby's just a franchise that, like, I don't know, doesn't do much for me.
Now, how much would you pay for a different colored Kirby?
I wouldn't pay anything, because you can always just pick a different one. Haha. Or if you buy Smash, you get exclusive colors.
That's true.
There you go.
Yep, so Kirby Star Allies that comes out March 16th. Very early. I expect it to be, like, later in spring, but I'm very happy it's coming out in, like, less than 2 months now.
Well, that's before spring, actually. Spring starts March 21st.
Exactly.
Haha,
Like, I thought Kirby
winter.
Star Allies would be, like, around, like, Easter, pretty much.
Late winter.
Yeah. All right, and next we have Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition.
They basically combined the Wii U and 3DS versions of the game.
Exactly.
And they're like, here's all of it. Take it. And we talked about it. Dynasty Warriors does nothing for me either, but
I have Hyrule Warriors for the Wii U, and I loved that game just because the Zelda aspects. I thought it was really fun. I never bothered with the 3DS version because that game is a steaming pile of crap, apparently.
I heard it was chugging.
Oh, yeah.
To run that thing.
And not just because of the Spirit Tracks.
Oh, that's right. Good call.
Hey.
Underrated game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh. I thought you were going to go more on the way. Okay. Are you going to buy this game?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though you already played it?
Yeah, because I think it has all the DS content, which I've ever played, which adds
Not that much.
7 or 8 new characters, new maps, new stories, new, like... Yeah, I added a bunch, actually. That's the thing. Like, the DS version added so much, it just looks so bad when they showed it. Like, I'm not gonna, like, sacrifice the gameplay to, like, I'll play as the boat now.
Yeah.
Like, this is, like, if it's running perfectly, it has split screen co-op now in it. If it runs like the new Fire Emblem Warriors did, it's going to run really great too. So yeah, this is a must pick up for me.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you're into that series or into Zelda a lot, sure.
Yeah. Okay, it's
I don't know
purely...
if they released the price on that. It might be like that lower port number where it's like 40 or 50 as opposed to 60.
We should talk about the pricing for some of these things because it's been, I think, confirmed that like Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is coming out at 60. And to me, that's like a 40 or 30. Just because it's adding only Funky Kong.
Hey, but I thought you gotta support Nintendo, the DLC.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
No.
That's why I'm buying it.
Fair enough.
No, I'm just talking like...
Did you own the original Tropical Freeze?
Yeah. So I'm basically paying, if it's the full $60 price, I'm paying $60 for it to be portable and Funky Kong.
Did you also buy the Mario and Rabbids DLC?
Yes.
The season pass thing?
Yep.
Wow. So actually, looking at this entire list of games here,
yeah,
you either have in the past and will again, or you've already pre-ordered, or like you are getting every single thing on this list. Literally everything.
Okay, wait, let's just go down the list to make sure.
I looked it over.
World Ends With You, I own on DS and iPad.
And you are getting it again.
I own Pokemon on the Wii U, bought it again for Switch, and getting the DLC.
Correct.
Kirby Star Allies is brand new, so I'm getting it.
Sure.
Hyrule Warriors, I own the Wii U version, bought all the DLC for the Wii U version, buying it again on Switch.
Yeah.
I own the last Mario Tennis game for Wii U. Never opened it. Still in the shrink wrap.
Wow. But you're buying this one.
Yep. This one looks.
To be fair, this Mario Tennis
let's
this
pause
looks
here.
really good.
This looks amazing.
I am getting this game. So, I mean, I believe, but I plan on it at least at this moment. It looks cool. I mean, the biggest thing for me with those old games like golf and tennis that they make, first of all, this is also made by Camelot, which made those old ones, which were great.
Camelot!
Exactly. And their big thing was like the story mode and the single player aspect. And it was actually really fun and interesting and different challenges. It wasn't just a standard, like, all right, just play this tennis match. Like, there were more things on the line. It was kind of special, whatever. They're bringing this back for this one. They literally denoted that. They showed some special boss, whatever. And it looks pretty cool. So,
yeah, it looks absolutely amazing. Like, the visuals alone won me over. And they mentioned, like, they showed, like, that overworld map and said story mode. I'm like, oh, lordy.
Right. So, yeah, I'm excited for that one, actually. And, I mean, people then are like, oh, whoop-de-doo, Mario Tennis. But, like, I wasn't expecting much from this direct anyway. And then I saw that. I'm like, oh, that works for me.
Yeah,
okay.
brand new game. We didn't know it was coming. Boom, it's coming out. They give a date for that one? This spring, it says, for that one.
Yeah, so, I mean,
like every game,
presumably before May, so probably April.
Everything they showed off in the direct is coming out before June. So,
right, though there are more games coming out than they said.
Correct.
Have been announced previously. But
yeah,
they are doing this whole like lead up to E3. Then at E3 is going to be the rest of the year, probably. That's
well, they're keeping up with their thing where they had a game every month last year from the Switch launch. Like a big Nintendo
aren't
game.
They not for January?
The only thing you could kind of count is Pokemon Crystal for the 3DS. That's not a Switch game, like
isn't the Bayonetta thing? Isn't that February?
February, Bayonetta 1 and 2 come to the Switch.
Right.
And then March
is
Kirby.
April's probably the Mario Tennis.
Yep. May,
which kind of matches like the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe kind of timing.
Yep.
And then you have May with Donkey Kong re-release.
And Dark Souls.
And
then
you got
June.
E3.
Yeah.
It's going to be ARMS 2.
Ugh.
And then... But anyway, yeah, so that game looks great. The tennis game.
Yeah, tennis looks great. So yeah, I'm getting that. Then Luigi's Balloon World is a free Odyssey DLC. What'd you think of this?
It was the DLC that I never knew that I want. And I still don't know if I want it. But it looks interesting. I mean, what the heck? It's just a free download, so
I got really sad when they showed like Luigi's silhouette coming down on balloons.
Oh
like,
yeah, then
oh my god, playable
god.
Luigi.
Yeah, I was actually really excited for that. I was like, whoa, like a whole aspect of this. I was like, that I would have paid $5 for, even $10, sure. And then I was like, oh man. And then, yeah, I don't know. So you run around, you hide balloons, and then you could find balloons. And then you like, just compare with your friends.
Well, no, the thing is, so you start from Luigi. You have 30 seconds to get as far away from him as you can.
Yeah,
and hide a balloon somewhere.
Well, not necessarily as far, but at least do a great job of hide and seek, essentially. So whether that's up close in a very hidden spot or it's very far away. So you take a different aspect.
You see, they mentioned in the direct speedrunning. So to me, it's less about the hiding and more about the how, like can I climb to the top of the New Donk City Tower?
Kind of like you put it in plain sight, and it's just like, get there.
Exactly.
Which, I get it. I don't. I mean, I don't know how into it you're gonna get. I mean, I'll download it. I'll check it out. I'll mess around with it for a day. I don't know how much I'm really gonna do with that aspect.
Well,
But-
see, the thing is, I see it like if I manage to do some really cool Cappy trick and get up really high somewhere and place my balloon, I'll text you like, "Hey, try to get my balloon in New Donk
Right.
City."
Sure.
Like
I just-
I'm not gonna check unless someone says, "Hey, go check," kind of thing.
Right. I'm not seeing this being like the next phenomenon, but I mean, sure, okay. So hopefully this is more things to come for Odyssey, and they'll support it more with more content. I mean, everyone's rumoring the whole like put a Sunshine kind of kingdom in there,
Please,
or like a Galaxy-esque kind of thing,
I'd like that too.
because they basically had like a Super Mario 64 aspect with the
The castle,
right.
yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, it's exciting, I guess. So I guess by that point we'll probably also have played it a little bit, talked about it. So like when it comes out and a little after that, like when we do our next podcast,
again,
right?
all these games we'll talk about in the future because they're all coming out in the next 6 months.
Haha. Well, not even 6 months, like 4.
Less, yeah. Kirby's out in 2.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Then the Mario and Rabbids DLC coming this spring, adding playable Donkey Kong.
Did they confirm a new story? I think they did.
Yep. Tiki Trouble or Tiki Town, something like that. It's a whole new chapter of Donkey Kong.
Assuming that revolves around Donkey, but
Yeah.
I mean, the one thing I'll say is that Donkey Kong looked fantastic, like graphics wise. Like,
But
man,
he sounded horrible.
correct. I agree. It was a little
Okay.
weird, but it's also Ubisoft. But I don't know. But the graphics looked phenomenal, which got me really hyped for like, oh my god, they make a brand new DKC game off of this. Oh baby,
Well, I was going to get into this a
with
bit.
that kind of graphics.
Yeah, well, we can get into this now because the next game is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
Correct.
I'm convinced they were releasing all these ports to the Switch in order to gain hype for the
Yes,
next
for a lead up.
game.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. It's just now it's like, how long is it going to be? Maybe next year at this rate? Like spring next year? Is that a target? Maybe. So
Well, that's the thing. We don't know what their Zelda and their Mario is going to be this year. Like, Zelda came out last year to launch the console. Mario is the holiday home hitter. I think they're not going to announce anything till E3 in terms of like what their big titles are.
Super Smash.
If they release a Smash and a Pokemon, I think they're set.
I think it's only Smash Holiday. That's what I'm thinking.
Do you think do you think it's a new Smash or do you think it's a port of the Wii U
Deluxe thing.
It's a deluxe.
Actually, then if it is that, and they somehow finish Pokemon by the end of the year, then I could see those two, where it's like they did with Odyssey and kind of Xenoblade in a sense, not in the same schedule. I don't like.
Well, they didn't they release the Wii U Smash Bros with on the same night as Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But I think that's too conflicting. The fact that they be now on the same exact system.
Yeah, 2 Switch titles.
No, that's terrible from like a marketing perspective. But like I could see like October, November.
Yeah.
So that would be pretty cool.
Mr. Pan17 in the chat says, I've been wondering if they'll give DK the same treatment as Mario and Zelda as far as a sprawling open world title.
See, now that would be cool. The problem is then
Every game on the Switch is an
that's the
open
problem.
world.
It's like every franchise we love is now an open game. Then it can get really stale really fast. But like, I don't know. Though at the same token, I'm not opposed.
Did you play DK64?
Like for N64?
Yeah, yes, DK64 for the N64.
You make a good point. Yes. Yes,
I played that on GameCube.
Wasn't it supposed to be a terrible game or something?
No, it's one of the best games actually, because
Someone said that
it
for
was
some reason. I was like, huh.
it's the final rare Donkey Kong game, and they kind of modeled it after Banjo-Kazooie, where it's like you play as multiple Kongs, a lot of collectibles, a lot of bosses.
Yeah, it's weird. I never actually owned that game, but I played it many times, like at friends' houses or whatever.
I think it was the first game or one of the games to require the N64 expansion. Like it consumed that much like memory and like power that you had to buy the expansion pack for.
Right. I remember that. Yep.
Yeah, but if they do another, like again, like Rare is not part of Nintendo anymore, but like if they did a big open world Donkey Kong like that, I'd be okay with it.
Now, here's the thing: if they did that and you can swing on trees and vines
Oh.
in open world, that's like shut up and take my money kind of thing.
Oh my god, it's just Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man in the forest. Like all of a sudden,
Spider-Man, but better.
all of a sudden Donkey Kong just jumps up in the air and then like Spider-Man, like his hand goes out and just vines. He just
Yeah, like, oh man, that'd be cool. So, I mean, yeah, so Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze thing, the port is now coming to Switch.
Yep.
And I mean, you've said you've owned that game?
yeah, it's one of the best platformers ever.
I hear it's very good.
It's amazing.
I never got a chance to play it. I was always on the fence, and then I never did. So,
Well, now's your chance to pick it up.
exactly. So I'll probably be buying that.
Yeah. The only thing is the Funky Kong they're adding in. He seems like easy mode.
Well, I've heard so many talks about this. Yeah, it's like the very beginner mode kind of deal, or like little kids can play it.
well,
as,
like he can hover for like 1,000 minutes in the air.
Well, you can literally hover forever, I thought.
No. He has like he basically has a double jump and then a 3-second hover.
Oh,
you
but
can-
either way, then he's immune to spikes because the surfboard.
Yeah, if the surfboard lands on spikes, but if he jumps without the surfboard, then he'll get hit.
But he's always on the surfboard.
No, only when he does the hover jump.
Well, either way.
If he can't get hit by spikes, then like that, then there's no way he can be damaged. Pretty much.
Well, right. That's what it looked like, which is perfect for little kids trying to just make it through the game.
That's true, but little kids have cardboard to play with.
Yeah, but this is before they had cardboard to play with. This comes out May 4th, man. They got to do something.
Donkey
before
Kong wasn't bitten by a radioactive vine.
Or actually, not before. Well, they got to do it after. After they get tired with their cardboard toys, they have something to do on May 4th.
Yeah,
So
we'll get there.
it can upgrade. See, here's the thing. They beg their parents for the cardboard, and then they're like, well, now that you bought me a Switch and the cardboard, buy me this Donkey Kong game, and you can play it with me. And then they'll play the little Funky Kong and be like, look at me and my surfboard, Mom.
I didn't even think of that. Kids are literally begging their parents for cardboard.
Right.
Like, not
And
even
they're
like plastic.
Son, we can just go to Costco and go to that little bin in the corner.
No!
Which, actually, they got some great boxes in that thing in Costco.
I have not been
But-
to Costco in quite some time, so. I know. I always want a Costco card. It's just me though. I don't like if I had like
I know.
my
I know.
okay.
Struggle's real.
But you're getting Tropical Freeze though.
I think so, yeah.
Cool. And again, that's another co-op game too. Again, that's like every game they listed like Aces co-op, Odyssey co-op, Mario Rabbids co-op, Tropical Freeze co-op, Hyrule Warriors co-op now, Kirby Allies co-op, Pokemon DLC co-op, World Ends With You. I think they said co-op
I don't know how, but okay.
because you control two characters at the same time in that game. Yeah, but like
That is true fun.
most
Costco, great prices on food. Anyway,
most of the games they announced are all co-op, which I think is a great selling factor for the Switch. Because like it's the whole, hey, take my Joy-Con, you take your Joy-Con. Oh, you like your Switch? Go buy your own Switch. We'll play together sometime.
right.
Yep. And then the last one, the big one. Oh, that's right. Mr. Pants says he wants Crystal Chronicles on the Switch. I would like that too.
I don't know, man. I'd rather have Gino in Smash.
How much would you pay for him though? I'd literally pay. I would pay $60 for Gino.
See, okay, see, you love him enough that you just pay everything. See,
No, not everything. I'd pay $60.
I've still
I'd pay
never.
the full price of a game to get him into a game.
I've still never played the Legend of the Seven Stars game.
It's on your
So-
SNES. It's on your SNES Classic.
know.
You have no
know.
excuse. Stream
But
that
I still
shit.
haven't played it.
Why?
So I still have no attachment to that guy.
You're gonna like Malo better.
If she's anything like the girl from
He's not.
Pokemon anime.
It's a guy. First of all,
Oh dear God.
he's a fat little cloud boy who thinks he's a
Well,
frog.
we've started off on the wrong foot, but I'll see if we can work out our differences. But,
And yes, I'd pay $65.
wow.
Come on, tax is a thing. I understand this works. They can't be Amazon Prime.
Man. By the way, they said my student membership is running out, and I have no way to prove student membership now, or whatever. So now I'm gonna have to pay full price.
Do you
for
not have
Amazon
access
Prime.
to your email?
That's not what they ask now. They demand proof.
Oh,
they're like, show us a current transcript or a course you're currently enrolled in for this semester. And I'm like, if you would have told me this a year ago.
Why don't you ask one of your friends? Like, send you their schedule.
It has to be me. I have a credit card through them.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't work.
Tom, is the $70 physical or digital?
Well,
like, am I getting
it's a DLC.
Yeah, no, but like, am I like buying the game over like the Geno edition?
No. You're literally, you own the game,
okay,
physical or not.
And the DLC is just $70.
The DLC is just the download to get Geno in there.
Fuck.
DLC stands for downloadable. Like, it's not physical.
Yes, you literally got the Geno character for $70.
Right. Character spelled horribly wrong, but yeah.
Nah, no one can spell that word anyway. What Josh said.
Yep.
Oh my god, $70. Fuck.
What about a week's paycheck?
That's not even $70.
Oh no!
I would do 70, but I can't. I don't think I can go higher.
But 75 is a very nice round number.
No, no, it's too much. That's
like that 3/4. It's like
no, it's 325s. Even no, I can't. Not
right,
for,
even
not
for
for 100. Not for 100. I can't do 100. Okay, let's stop. This is like a weird auction.
What if they throw in a
76
Geno soundtrack?
Oh, his theme?
Sure.
Yeah, $100.
Oh, what if it's on a CD?
Oh yeah, that's more value. Why is that a deterrent?
No one has CD things anymore. Oh my God.
I'm not even gonna go there.
Anyway, also to answer Mr. Easy Bake, not Easy Bake. Wow, no churros at Costco in Canada.
Well, yeah, it's too far from the
That's
south.
unfortunate. Do you know they make popcorn churro flavor, which is essentially just cinnamon sugar? It's fantastic.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Anyway, Dark Souls Remastered, May 25th, which also this is being released at the same time on PC,
Xbox
PS4,
One,
and Xbox One.
Yeah.
So, same exact release time. I think that's a very good look for Nintendo. I've never played Dark Souls before.
Neither have I.
I mean, I always hear it's great, it's so hard, you should play it, you'll love it, it's rage, don't throw your system, but you'll love it.
Throw your with the Switch, it's possible.
Right.
I picture someone getting up and throwing the Xbox One.
I mean, in theory, you could, but...
Thing's heavy.
Yeah, it's true. You would know. Still stealing that thing, holding it hostage. Yes. No, I know he doesn't need it. Yeah. Oh, it's right there. I can't see. I thought it was just holding paper. No, I'm kidding. Dark Souls Remastered.
Yeah, man.
It is a good thing. I don't know. I might check it out. I don't know what else to say. I'm not a Dark Souls aficionado. But looking forward to it.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. Again, like Tom from work is a huge Dark Souls fan, so I've heard about the series like 1,000 times from him, so I'm very excited to finally try it. We're going to do a thing where we're going to basically like kind of like how you and me do with Steam Team, Josh. Me and him are going to go through Dark Souls together on Switch. I'm going to be playing it fully, though. He's not going to help me at all. He's literally going to just like make fun of me as I die over and over and over again.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. Again, like, I want a good challenging game. It's on Switch now, so I have no reason not to get it. Like, it lines up perfectly.
Okay.
Yeah. We originally planned to do, because there was a game called Demon Souls, which is, like, the inspiration for Dark Souls. We were going to do that first, and then, like, kind of, like, build up to all the Souls games. But it just makes sense to start with this one for Switch, I think. Because otherwise, you have to get the PS3 out and play Demon Souls on the PS3. And
yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
All right, well, cool.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that. Are you going to be getting this at all, you think, or?
Maybe. It's a maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. Depends how I'm feeling. Depends on which side of the bed I wake up on, you know. But I'm just happy games like that are coming where people are very excited for the thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like the thing where Nintendo had Skyrim and Doom. It's like, whoa, these are kind of big profile games right on the Switch. That's incredible. And now Dark Souls, where everything is the Dark Souls of Dark Souls, then
Right. I mean, the one problem I have though is that it's running 30 FPS.
Is that confirmed?
Yeah, unless they change that between now and the release.
Because I know they had only confirmed 60 for the PS4 and the PC when I had read it, and then Tom told me later that they confirmed Xbox is 60 as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember reading 30 for the Switch, but I that's what I expect it to be.
I heard it. I don't remember where, but they said 30 for the Switch, so I was like,
What did the original run at? Do we know? Tom, would you know this in the chat? Did the original Dark Souls run at 30?
because like Doom was running at 30.
Yeah,
When they
I know.
ported Doom.
Like I'm trying to think like other like Dark Souls games. Like even Bloodborne on PS4 runs at 30. It ran on 30 on the PS3. Okay, so it's the original 60 on PC. Okay, so it's mimicking what the PS3 did, which I think that's pretty impressive. I think.
I guess. I mean, the problem is then we always kind of give passes to Nintendo
Oh, wait, here we
of
go.
like,
Tom has everything. 60 FPS Xbox One, 60 on PS4. All the PS4 stuff. Nintendo Switch TV mode 1080-30 or handheld 720. Okay, so it's 30 either way. All right.
I mean, all I'm saying is you don't want to get caught up in giving the benefit of the doubt all to Nintendo, being like, I'm glad they got up to PS3 standards. It's like, you know.
That's why I'm kind of hesitant to play like Skyrim and like Doom. Like I want to get those games still, but like I know what a fully optimized Skyrim feels like, and if I get it for Switch, and
You're
I start
essentially downgrading.
that's
for the
that's I'm afraid. And if I
But
start,
then is portability a big factor for you?
It's a
and for me,
it's a huge factor
like,
for me.
for me, it's not. Like, I'm not gonna be walking all across the streets being like, "Oh, let me."
Josh,
play
2
this.
words: Animal Crossing.
Right.
Portability, is that important to you?
For Animal Crossing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
But that's also not an FPS issue.
True.
So
Yo, my Tom looks at 29 FPS. What the fuck, Nintendo?
exactly, that's what I'm saying.
His
man.
bells ain't jingling the way they used to.
He also seems to have gotten fatter slightly in
Yep.
every single game.
Yep. Because he gets richer. He can afford more
I
food.
know. What a man.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
the legend.
essentially that was the direct.
Yeah, that was
So,
the direct.
Surprisingly, a lot of things they really shoved in there for 15 minutes, which has been the theme of these past Nintendo Directs, honestly.
Yeah.
A lot of games, always still coming. So,
Again, especially for a mini direct too, which I had my expectations very low and then was blown away by everything.
there you go.
Yeah.
And then, aside from that, we even got a random other game just announced for the first time. Well, for here.
It was announced years ago, but
Yeah, but now it's actually coming out here, which is Detective Pikachu
woo!
for the 3DS, some old system that
No
I don't
one's
know
ever
what
heard
that
of.
is.
Yeah.
But March 23rd,
Another March
and a
game.
Detective Pikachu amiibo.
A really big amiibo too. Like they showed a scale comparison between two. If the Pikachu one's like this, it's big. You can't. This doesn't work in an audio podcast. I realize now, but
It's this big.
let me see if I
No.
can find measurements while you talk about it.
Well, that's really interesting. I didn't even think of that, but
What?
it was just bad when I saw the trailer and you see the terrible looking graphics on the kid trying to run over in the first few seconds of the thing. I'm like, oh god. But it seems kind of interesting. It seems like a very like easy kind of game. It's more oriented towards like kids and just like the fact that like, hey, talking Pikachu, because like they did like full voice acting in the game. So
Yeah,
that's pretty cool at least. But I know it's not Ryan Reynolds.
I
but-
know it's just weird to me, but I guess it makes
But-
sense.
I don't know, but it seems kind of cool. Puzzles seem kind of easy. Story might be interesting, but I don't know. I don't know if it's a game I'd really get. It's one of those like I'd get it if just because of Pikachu. It's Pokemon. I love Pokemon. Oh my god, and it's a different kind of game. But I don't know. Usually a lot of spin-off ones I don't really like. I really like Pokemon Ranger. But
Yes, Ranger
they
was
haven't made
good.
that game they haven't made that game in years. They made like 2 and then they stopped.
Okay, so I found it. So the Pikachu amiibo, the one for Smash, is 7.1 centimeters. This one is 13.6. So it's nearly double the size.
Good luck fitting that in your case.
Oh yeah, no, that's not gonna fit. Well, my case is already full anyway.
I mean, I see your product placement of
the
the 2-pack with squishy Metroid.
Yeah, man, came back in stock. I got that.
Yeah, but the whole thing is like you gotta like open it to squish it.
Fuck.
Well, he's accepting donations for another Metroid amiibo to use
No,
as a
no,
stress
I'm
ball.
not one of those like keep it in the thing. I just haven't opened it yet, but
Fair enough.
I will eventually.
Hey You Pikachu, oh man, what a game. Would never listen to me speaking to it.
I like it when you said Sony or Microsoft to it. Pikachu would shock you. Like he would get upset and shock you.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
that was coded into the game.
Well, so I don't know if I'm gonna get it, but what do you think, Ken? Are you getting it?
I'm getting it for the amiibo sake alone, just because I have a problem.
Well, you can buy the amiibo separately.
Oh, if I can get it separately, then I'm just gonna buy the amiibo.
Because they even did that with the Chibi Robo thing. You could end up buying it separately.
They
do it with
did it.
Pikmin one.
Well, yeah, they did it eventually, but at first you couldn't get them separately. So
Right.
there's always
you can wait on it. Is there really a harm in waiting?
there's a harm there if they don't release it. And it's fact that's Pikachu is higher than Chibi and Pikmin and like all that stuff.
That is fair.
So yeah, but I want to
I
see.
just hope for everyone's sake that you play the game. If you're forced to buy it,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not sitting there like
if I
Star
get
Fox
it,
Zero.
if I oh yeah, if I get it, I'm definitely playing it. I just want to make sure it's the full game because when it was released a couple years ago, it was only released as Chapter 1, which you could beat in like maybe like an hour, 2 hours. Like it was something like really short.
DLC.
No, it was the idea. Yeah, like DLC. But it was the idea that they would they would keep releasing chapters over time.
They didn't.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they did or not. Did they?
I don't know.
Exactly. I don't know what.
I stopped caring.
I don't know.
I didn't look into it.
Same here. I don't know what this game entails. If they kind of like they finished it, and that's why they're finally releasing it in the U.S. Like, okay, we have 10 chapters now. They're all done. They're all like here. Here you go. Then like, yeah, I'll totally like play through all that. I just want the full game to be there.
Right.
And if they can get Danny DeVito to do the voice acting, if they change their mind.
Good luck on that one. But
Did you see that someone like asked him like about like the thing, and Danny DeVito replied, "What the fuck's a Pokemon?"
oh god,
I'm
I
sure.
believe it.
I'm sure he was trolling.
Yes.
but like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man. Well, so I think that's like the highlight of the 3DS right now.
Craig, I had Hey You Pikachu, and it was English only. So at the time, I had no idea what to do.
Oh man.
Oh, that's so sad.
Even though I speak English, I didn't know what to do.
Wow,
Confusing game.
you're a special child.
Confusing time in my life.
Between the ages of 7 and 8.
And 15. But
Hey,
no, I'm kidding. A reference to never
Card
mind.
captor, yeah,
Right.
got it.
Anyway,
All right. And then the final thing on the docket for tonight is
the one very unexpected all of a sudden Nintendo Labo.
just shown off today. Nintendo teased this morning they had a special presentation aimed at kids or those who are kids at heart. And yeah,
Actual quotes right there.
how should we? Do you want to try describing this, Josh, or I want to hear?
I'd love to describe this.
Here's the thing. Me and Tom were talking at work because they came out at 5:00 right as like we were supposed to like be leaving, and I said it looks amazing. We're never going to use it.
We as in you,
Me-
or we as in the general public?
Me and Tom are never going to use it because he didn't see what it was. I just described it as it's amazing. Just you and me have no use for it.
Okay, so I kind of relate this to like these new kind of toys or toy initiatives where it's like coding for kids or like a smart kind of toy, but it's also fun.
You see them on Shark Tank a lot.
Right. And you have like big technological aspects to it, and part of the time you're like, man, I wish I was a kid at this time. Like that'd be pretty cool. But essentially it's like you hook up your Switch to things that you construct out of cardboard, and based on the formations of these things, they hold either the Switch itself or just the Joy-Cons or both, but all separated. And they like move based on your controls, whether it's like a fishing game or piano or almost like a remote control dog kind of car thing, RC car. People keep calling it a dog because the face of it, but You can even have it in a house randomly. I don't know what the house part does. It might just be like a holder.
Well, what they did was they put so you put the Switch screen in the house,
Yeah.
and then like you would push on the door on the outside of the house, and then the door on the Switch would open up, and like people would walk in and out. If you shook the house,
Oh,
like,
that was that game. Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, and then there was also then this like robot thing that they showed off where the kid was literally wearing a backpack, what it looked like, and he had these arm handle things. He was like punching in the game, and
we saw
if you
that
crouched
robot
too
game a
far-
couple years ago at E3.
Right, I heard about that.
That
They
was
brought
a
it back now
Project
in
Giant
this
robot.
aspect.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, I don't know.
It looks to me, the piano sold me. Like as soon as like he put the AR, because the whole thing is a lot of them use the AR camera on the Joy-Con, the one that we used for the sandwich game in 1-2 Switch, and you put that in like the key into the piano, and then depending on which notes you're hitting on the piano, I think it's 11 notes on that piano. It can detect which ones are being played, and the sound comes out of the Switch the Switch itself, and it looked like it was working flawlessly. Now, granted, I don't know how easy these are going to be like put together and whatnot. Like these were,
I mean, it didn't look that hard
it
because
did-
presumably, who's buying this? Parents for their kids.
kids, yes.
So, in theory, probably the parents helping them or overseeing it, or the kid just messes up and breaks it. But apparently, Nintendo's saying we're going to come out with replacement parts, whatever that means. But, it's interesting. It's like a different market, and it's not necessarily impacting their game lineup. This is totally different, more or less. I mean,
Yeah.
they literally call these little kits that you buy, which is essentially like the physical kit to build yourself plus the game. There's two different ones, and they call these things toy cons.
which is an amazing name.
It is clever. I'll give them that. The problem I see though, well, maybe it's not a problem because like little kids, they don't mind a short game because they could just do it for hours and play whatever and have imagination and whatever imagination. But yeah, it's like they seem very shallow in their gameplay.
Oh yeah,
But granted, I'm not the one buying it. It's like, who am I to say? But, it's $70 for the one that consists of like 5 different things, including like the piano and all that stuff I was saying. And the one robot thing by itself is $80.
well, the robot one was big because it has like a backpack, a visor.
Right.
It connects
The
to your
interesting thing
4
was that-
feet and your arms.
I mean, you see like all the parts too. It's kind of interesting. They open up the back and you see all these strings pulling and whatever and a lot of stuff. So it is pretty involved, which is why I think it's good for like kids building things, whatever, and having fun with that.
yeah.
Even there was a fishing rod thing, so you had to literally put the line through the thing and extend it out, and then I don't know if you throw it, but at least it's hooked up to a thing, you can reel it in or something.
Yeah, well, it extended out, and there was a string attached, and then like one Joy-Con goes in like the reel, and like it looked really
Right.
involved.
Right. So it is pretty sophisticated. So I can see why the price point makes sense, but that's granted that the kids can get a lot out of it. I would say this is more like take $20 off each of them, and I think it's more appropriate, especially because, like, if a parent doesn't own a Switch for their kid, then you have to pay essentially like $400 with tax and everything to buy this stuff, as opposed to maybe 350, 360. Like, there's a point where that's a lot of money. So,
Well, I think this is the thing where you're not buying a Switch just for this.
well, it's not a console seller, but
But
some
I'm looking at
parents
it.
some parents might think of like this is a nice starter thing, and when they get older, they can play Switch for like the games that they have.
You see,
I don't know.
I read it as more like I'm a parent and I own a Switch, and like the games on the Switch aren't for like my little kid. Let me buy this and like set them up to play the piano.
Well, I think that's definitely an audience too. I think there's also an audience for like people in their 20s with cousins that are like 5 or 10.
oh yeah,
and are like, hey, you
for
guys
for
want to
little
play
cousins,
this?
this is amazing.
Right, though I guess it's then you making that investment, which depends how much you love your cousins. But I get it. I get all the marketing angles. I think it's good from an aspect of just encouraging the whole smart play in
Yeah.
a sense. I mean, you saw some of the stuff like they were controlling the RC car little thing and like They were even a program where they attached the Joy-Con onto like this little paper robot thing.
Yeah, it's like make him like he fell down in the trailer. But I think it was like the idea is to make him like walk forward.
Right, but that's almost like little kid coding stuff.
Yeah,
so they're little stuff. So I was impressed with that. It was like bizarre to me though on a whole. Like I did not think this is what it was. Like,
oh yeah, neither did I.
No idea what to expect, and I was like, "What the heck?"
We were thinking Yoshi because when they said like Kid at Heart,
right.
like the Yoshi game is all like construction
Yoshi
paper
games,
and dioramas.
Right, and I thought this makes sense. They want to dedicate more of a thing to just Yoshi because hey, it's a pretty decent franchise size for them, like in terms of like their series. But I don't know. So it's different. It's definitely a new way to play, as they guarantee. They also do sell like markers and stuff and special tape, even though you probably just buy it yourself, but they also sell that too.
Yeah, well, it's cool that you can customize it any way you want too.
Right, so that looked kind of cool. So I mean, yeah, I don't know, it should be kind of cool, I think. I mean, I don't plan on buying it. Apparently 2 hours to put together the piano. That's insane.
Wait, what?
So Fong said. But
oh my god,
it's selling me on the system. All right, Fong. Well, you buy the system for this. Let me know. I'll come over. I'll play the robot game. But
that's the thing. Like, I can't see myself buying it.
Right.
It's so cool and it looks amazing and like
it's cool for little kids. We can appreciate that it's cool for little kids, but at the same time, we're not gonna buy it.
And it's fun because like the kid at heart in me, like as a kid, I loved playing with cardboard boxes, making forts and stuff like that. Even back in high school, like we had like a big cardboard fight one night with my acapella group and whatnot.
I was gonna say I was not involved.
You were not. Yeah, you were not with that.
Cardboard fight.
No.
I was gonna say don't associate me with that.
No,
don't give me a bad
You're not
rep.
part of that. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a very cool move, and it's a very unexpected move. It doesn't harm their core market at all, but also expands in a way that I never saw
taps into a different area.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it's a good business move on their part. So sure, I'm all for it. What the heck? I don't know. As long as I keep getting my good Switch games anyway, whatever.
Yeah,
so,
can you imagine the main direct? They didn't announce any of this, but they announced just the Nintendo Labo.
Oh baby.
Direct Mini, cardboard, and also arms too.
Oh, I like Fong's thing. His LARPing needs. Oh my god, that's great. Also, the really troll thing that Fong you must love is that this comes out on April 20th, conveniently the day to Blaze at 420.
And Hitler's birthday.
And whose?
Hitler's birthday.
There you go. So people were making jokes of like, bet they were high on this, created this thing, and we're like, let's make it come out on 420. But
we're gonna make them buy cardboard.
Exactly, for $80.
But they bought plastic amiibos. They'll buy anything.
Which, to be fair, that statement is not wrong. But
these are essentially giant Pokemon cards.
Oh my god! Each one is secretly labeled with like numbers.
Oh my!
They're like unique. No, but
they probably are for the very like the instruction.
Well, for construction purposes.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, it's kind of cool. Very surprising. Very interesting. Blaze it up and buy it. I don't know. We'll see.
Blaze it up and buy it. I hope people are like on Twitch getting high. Like they're like putting together. Yo, man, look at this piano.
It's been like 5 hours. Where I can't beat.
That's why
I can't beat this piano level. And everyone's like, it's not a level. You just play it. What?
No, he's like, I can't make the piano. He has like the fishing.
He's fishing on the fishing game
in the piano.
Oh boy. Wow.
It's very cool. I just like the trailer itself sold like me on the idea. Again,
I think they did a very nice job on the video. I give them that.
Yeah. Again, it's not for us, but I really I want to see it like in action. That's the thing. I want to see if it's as responsive as they're making it look. Because that piano, when they started playing it, I'm like, that's a motherfucking piano. But I can't imagine I can't imagine the AR camera in the Joy-Con being able to detect all 11 keys. Like I'm trying to like look at the camera now. Like for the sandwich game, it was just like hung, 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 and that's all you had to do to make it like go.
I mean, is it confirmed that thing uses the camera?
Yeah, that's how everything works. Is the camera. Like the way the little robot thing moved, it's the HD rumble in both the Joy-Cons. Anything that requires movement, like viewing, is the camera in one of the Joy-Cons.
Well, I mean, it's cool new ways to play with the Switch. So, hey, they need to hit their target goal of, like, what is it, 20 million
20
Switches
million
this
Switches,
year.
yep.
So, this is a way to do it. We'll see. I mean, who knows? It could also be the biggest flop ever because everyone's like, it's a great idea, but then no one actually... So, like, who knows? But, you know, I think that's the risk you always take. Someone's got to take the risk.
The price point still seems high.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it depends. It depends on the games too. Like, if like the robot game looked pretty involved, actually.
I mean, involved. It was a guy punching building, turning into a car thing. That was it. Like, it looks kind of like open world, just he was cruise around.
But he was wearing the Switch as like a VR helmet.
Well, no. That looks involved, sure. But I'm saying, like, gameplay involved worthy? Like, not really. Like, it looks like you travel around, punch buildings.
It's a little kid game, yeah.
Right. I'm just saying, like, it's expensive. But that's all. I mean, it is complicated.
It's probably really good cardboard, too, to be honest.
No, definitely, yeah. It looks like it.
Like, it looks like really thick, like, cardboard.
Like, 2 C's, yes. But
3 at least, honestly.
Wow.
With Nintendo nowadays, have you seen Twintel?
Fair point.
And Zelda?
Oh, wow.
Nintendo had a good ass year.
Wow. Well, we're getting to that time of night. All right, so
it was a good ass year for Nintendo.
Oh, in that way. Oh, okay. Well, clearly I'm at that point in the night. So whatever. Oh God. Anyway, so I don't know. I mean, there's nothing. Well, obviously, there's no other direct announced yet. So basically,
yeah, there was rumor that
right now our thinking is just like E3, but there's probably gonna be something between now and E3 in terms of some sort of Nintendo released video. I would think.
Yeah,
they did last year, but
I would say closer to April and May we'll get one.
Right.
Because usually what they do is they get a lot of like, the small games out like a month before E3. And then they save like their big titles for their E3 like presser video.
Yeah. Also, I'd totally be not complaining at all if they said all we're going to show at E3 is Pokemon for the Switch.
Show me Pokemon, show me Animal Crossing.
No. If they do the thing where they're like, we're only playing Zelda Breath, even though we actually enjoyed it. But if they do that with Pokemon, I won't even have that initial reaction. I'll just be like, sign me up.
It's amazing how Nintendo has done a complete like from years ago, like Nintendo doesn't know what they're doing anymore. The Wii U is horrible. They're only showing Zelda at E3.
It's the new direction.
Yeah, and they're doing a fantastic job.
A lot better of a job. Though I was really disappointed because some people were making wild predictions for this video today, and one person was saying if they were touting the HD Rumble, and it was the guy in the January presentation last year holding the 2 ice cubes or 3 or whatever in the cup, shake it, right? Exactly. And this guy was saying, what if he shows 4 ice cubes with HD Rumble? And I was like, oh, please. But it didn't happen.
Well, that works already, the 4.
Yeah, I know. But he didn't show it. Anyway, so...
But you can see, like this isn't just a thing that I was like, yo, we can totally put this together. Like, this must have been, like, an idea they thought of way back with the Switch.
Yeah, I mean,
like they knew this is not a console seller, but this is like, hey, in R&D we made this, and it's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah,
like even looking at the colored Joy-Cons, like the neon blue and neon red, never made much sense to me. But like for a little kid with those colors and like that like color scheme, like those look like perfect.
I mean, hey, it's Nintendo you're talking about. They do this for a living. They make games that appeal to a lot of audiences as compared to other companies that make games. So.
Yeah.
They have an idea. They're good. I mean, they're always that out-of-the-box thinking kind of thing. So here's another one. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're about...
that's it.
Yeah. Anything else you want to mention or talk about real quick? Or
we kind of talked about pretty much everything.
Yeah, we actually...
It was a big week for Nintendo.
Yeah, huge week for Nintendo. From a mini direct.
Right, exactly. For not even like an actual whole thing. But Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we're good.
Yeah, I have no idea when our next episode will be. Again, as much as I would love to have the show like weekly, our schedules never really allow for that. More or less, it took us like 3 tries to get this one going as it was. So,
As it is, sometimes then you think it's like, how much news could there be sometimes in 1 week?
yeah,
It depends.
yeah.
If there's a ton of things all of a sudden drop next week, I'll make it work. But,
Waiting for a mini direct. I'm waiting for the
direct mini.
I'm waiting for the Nintendo Direct X or 10 Plus.
Ooh, yeah. I'd buy it.
Yeah, me too. All right. Well, a couple of things. People listening live right now on Twitch and YouTube, thank you for joining us. You won't be able to hear this right now, but we do actually have new intro and outro music for the JK podcast for the new year, made by our very own Craig. So I requested him to make a outro and intro for us. So on the YouTube version of the podcast, you will hear the new intro and the new outro. So please check that out and let us know what you think. And
I didn't even know that's a thing.
Oh
okay,
yeah,
cool.
you haven't heard them yet.
He
made
if
them
it's
all.
anything like that, I'm sold.
No, it's not like that. He's been working on like MIDI music and chip music for a while now. So he made a custom intro and outro for us. The outro is like the most chillest song ever.
Are there vocals to this?
There are no vocals.
Oh,
Do you
I was
really,
gonna be like, I want to listen to these lyrics.
do you really want vocals to our intro and outro?
It's not necessary.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
Well, because we've been using the Pokemon opening and closing for years now. We should probably,
I know, we need to be our own independent people.
we don't need no man.
That's
Well,
correct.
You don't need no man.
Wow. All right. Well, that was eye-opening for one day.
That took a minute for you to acknowledge.
I was digesting that actually happened, and then I thought of the card captors, and I was like, oh god.
A mystic adventure.
There's definitely a mystic adventure going on there.
Okay, let's stop that. Let's stop right there. All right. Well, to all of our followers, subscribers on Twitch and YouTube, thank you all for joining us tonight. This has been the JK Podcast, episode 53. Yes. We will see you in the next one. Until then, I've been Ken.
I'm Josh.
See you guys then. Bye-bye.